Asino Baba.
Om Namah Shivaya. Welcome back after the break. To begin with the next session, may I now request Shri Siva Prasad Sir, Academic Coordinator, AVCAO, to welcome and introduce Dr. Santhanam Sir.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Amriteshwariye Namaha. Dr. T. Santhanam is a distinguished psychologist, clinical hypnotherapist, mental health specialist, and special education consultant with more than 4 decades of dedicated service in the fields of psychology, rehabilitation, behavioral sciences, and inclusive education. He currently serves as the director of SDS Academy of Behavioral Sciences, Chennai, where he continues to contribute extensively to research, clinical practices, professional training, and community mental health initiatives. A former head of the National Career Service Center for Differently Abled, Government of India, Dr. Santhanam Sir has played a pioneering role in vocational rehabilitation, disability empowerment, and inclusive employment. In recognition of his outstanding national contributions, he has been honored twice with a national award by the President of India. Sir holds a PhD in psychology from the University of Madras, along with qualifications in special education, clinical hypnotherapy, community mental health from National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, and law. His expertise spans psychotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, counseling, psychodiagnostics, clinical hypnotherapy, and rehabilitation psychology. Over the course of his illustrious career, he has provided psychological and therapeutic services to more than 1 lakh clients, transforming lives through evidence-based and compassionate interventions. He has also served as visiting faculty and research guide at several prestigious national and international universities, guiding numerous MPhil dissertations and PhD scholars. An accomplished author and researcher, Sir has written influential books on learning disabilities and mental health and has published over 50 research papers in national and international journals. He is widely respected for his workshops and training programs for teachers, students, psychologists, counselors, and allied professionals on topics ranging from adolescent mental health and classroom management to CBT trauma counseling and disability rights. With his rare integration of clinical expertise, academic excellence, legal awareness, and social commitment, Sir continues to inspire educators, mental health professionals, researchers, and communities across India and beyond. I take this moment to humbly welcome you, sir. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.
May I now request Shri Muralidharan Ji, Education Officer, to honor Dr. Santhanam Sir with a shawl and a memento as a token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. Now I humbly request Dr. Santhanam Sir to take over the session on the topic Psychology of Learning.
So as a teacher, what are the things you have to learn? Today, of course, it will be a marathon session. After lunch also, I will be with you. Now we are starting the program. It will go up to lunch. Then after the lunch break, again we will start our session. Totally, I want to cover 3 topics. Topic number 1 is learning disability. Of course, you are all teachers. In your B.Ed curriculum, you would have heard about this issue. Another one is psychology of learning. The third one is how we are going to use the different types of technology in the classroom. These are the three topics I'm going to cover. Of course, I want your interaction. I'm not going to take any class just like that. You are listening as a student. That is different. You have learned much. But you have to, this type of in-service training program is for upgrading or upskilling your knowledge. Already you know, you are a teacher. You are a qualified teachers. You are going to start your career in this wonderful organization. How these type of programs are going to help you? It is like a add-on value program. Add-on value program for your existing qualification. Now this learning disability. How many of you have heard about this word, learning disability? Kindly raise your hand. Oh, good, very good, super, good. How many of you are parents here? Parents. Most of them are parents. Good. The children are going to school. You are sending your children are going to school. Most of the parents, you are sending your children to go to school. What you are expecting? What you are expecting from the children? Ah, very good, super. Academic excellence. How do you measure academic excellence? Marks. Good. Based on the marks. மவுஸ் மவுஸ் ஆமாம் பண்ணலாமா இருக்கா HDMI கேபிள் இருக்கா இது அப்படியே சார்ஜில் போட்டுருங்களா இல்லை கேபிள் தானே HDMI கேபிள் அந்த கேபிள் தான் போடணும் இல்லை இல்லைம்மா இது சார்ஜர் சார்ஜர் இங்கே இருப்பாங்க Fantastic. One minute, connect பண்ணிடுவோம் அந்த இது கொடுங்களா give me that here it is here No problem. When get it? Machiranga. Sorry for the interruption. Yes. Somebody said we are expecting good marks. Top level. How much? How much we are expecting? As a parent, we are sending our children or child to the school. Is going to the primary school. LKG, UKG, first standard, second standard, and so on. How much marks we are expecting? Full marks. Very good. Full marks means 100%. Okay. Your children are really getting 100 marks? No. Yes or no? Huh? Why? You are expecting as a parent or as a mother, you are expecting, you are giving, you are spending your leisure time and sitting with the child, keep on insisting the child to study. Okay, even for the primary classes, first standard, second standard. You are preparing your child during evening hours after school. You are helping the child to finish his homework. And you are giving a lot of revisions before the examination. You are very much developed some kind of anxiety. Most of the mothers, especially developing anxiety regarding the child's performance in the examination. Is it true? Yes. Why you are developing anxiety? The child is going to school, the teachers are there, the teachers are giving different types of input to the children, they are learning in the classroom, books are there, they are learning from the books, teachers, we are all very good teachers, you are sending them to the good school, you are also helping. Sometimes father is helping, sometimes mother is helping. Almost you are helping the child in all the subject, not only in a particular subject. In spite of that, the child, of course, few children are getting 100 out of 100. But some children, they are not able to get 100. Why? Today we are going to see. In this session, you are going to understand, is there any issue? Now, you are all teachers, you are going to deal that different categories of children, different standards. Of course, you are going to do different subject based on your specialization in your graduation or in post-graduation. You are going to teach mathematics or science or social science, English or second language, whatever it is. So now, there are some children, you assume that you in your classroom, there are 40 children. You assume that. For example, 40 children are there in a particular class, in a particular standard. Let us take 5th standard. 40 children are there, you are teaching a particular subject. Say, for example, science you are teaching. As a science teacher, you are teaching science subject. Books are there. It's a CBSE syllabus. Books given by NCRT or any other publishers. Books are there. Syllabus is there. Children are very good. They are highly disciplined. Okay, they are having motivation to learn. Parents also helping them. So these are the factors. Now, when you are after your first term, say for example, quarterly exam, 3 months, June, July, August, you are teaching Say, for example, 2 topics or 3 topics. 3 topics you are covering within these 3 months. Then you are conducting an examination, quarterly examination. Students are writing the quarterly examination. You are a science teacher. You are expecting all the children should get above 95. It is your expectation. Parents' expectations also similar. They are expecting a particular child should get 100. You are expecting all the children should get above 95. If it is possible, 100. And when you are correcting the paper, you are correcting or somebody else is correcting the paper, the result, we have the results, marks of these 40 children. How these marks will be, how these marks will get distributed. Anybody else? 40 children, you have taught science, the books are same, the guides are same classroom they are sitting, coming from a different background, of course, more or less same. It is not a heterogeneous group, it is a homogeneous group. Now we are conducting an examination, quarterly examination. After correction of that particular paper, the marks, they would have obtained some marks. You just write down the marks. How it will be? All the children would have got 100 out of 100? No. Why? We don't know. Okay. 40 children out of 40, 1 or 2 or 3 may get 100%, 100 marks, 100 out of 100 or 80 out of 100, 100%. Let us keep it as in percentage, 100%. They are the class toppers. First 5 students, class toppers. 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, class toppers. Then let us come to the bottom level. There are some students, naturally, they would have failed in the examination also. Or they would have got minimum pass marks is, for example, 35 or 40. They would have got 34, 33, 32. Is it not? Yes or no? Yes. The remaining students, say for example, this side, bottom side, another 5. The top level, another 5. 5 gone. The remaining, if you calculate, it will be 20% or 10%. 10% of the students got top level ranking. Another 10% they got bottom level marks. The remaining 80% are in the middle. If any statistics teacher or any mathematics teachers, you can understand, you can plot a curve. Statistical curve is called normal distribution curve. If you take their marks, put it in a graph, if you draw a graph, it will be like the name of the graph will be normal distribution curve. Bottom side and top side 10% or bottom side 10%, the remaining 80%. Bell-shaped curve or normal distribution curve. This is natural phenomenon. This is natural phenomenon. Is it possible for all the 40 children will get 100 out of 100? No. Do you expect all the children will fail in the exam? No. This will be like this only. In any subject. Not only in science, it is applicable for maths, applicable for social science, applicable for Tamil or second language, and English also. Why they are having this issue? All the children are healthy. All the children's IQ, intelligence is average. or above average. They don't have any issues. Their eyesight is good, their hearing capacity is good, they are very much mobile, they can do anything, healthy. In spite of all these things, they are having this issue. Now let us go to the slide. There is a terminology called learning disability. Previously, it was called those who are having some issues in academic work. We used to call them as having dyslexia. Then dysgraphia. Dyslexia means reading problem. The child cannot read. Dyslexia. Then dysgraphia. The child can write, but nobody will understand his handwriting. After writing, if you ask the child to read, he cannot read because he doesn't understand his own handwriting. Then there is another type is called dyscalculia. Dysgraphia, dyscalculia, dyslexia. Dyscalculia means mathematics. Simple. Not this trigonometry, calculus, algebra. Simple, basic maths. Addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, they are having problem. Now, put together, there is an organization called American Psychiatric Association. They used to do a lot of research in the mental health issue is concerned. They published a manual which is called DSM-5. Okay. DSM-5. Diagnostic Statistical Manual. 5 means 5th edition. They say they brought all these things, they amalgamated all these subtype and made it as only one type, that is called specific learning disability. It is a neurodevelopmental disorder. Read this. Neurodevelopmental. During the developmental period. The developmental period means after the birth up to 18 years. That is called developmental period. After the birth of the child is growing. 1 year is over, second year is over, third year is over. Now you become 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. Then finally, yes, attained the 18 years. That duration, that period is known as developmental period. During this developmental period, due to some problem in their nervous system, due to problem in their brain, they are having this issue. That's what it is called neurodevelopmental. Nervous system, developmental up to 18 years, neurodevelopmental disorder. During the childhood period, during the adolescent period, affects the brain's ability because of the problem in their nervous system, the ability to receive, the brain is having some problem to receive, process, store and respond to information effectively. Now I am talking to you. What you are doing? You are listening. You are receiving my communication. You are processing my communication. You are able to store my communication and respond to information effectively. If I ask some question, immediately you can respond also. Because your brain is working effectively. Whereas the children, those who are having some issues, they may find difficulties in this area. Receiving the information, processing the information, storing the information and respond to information effectively. Children with learning disability usually possess average or above average intelligence. Generally we are talking about IQ. Their IQ range is average. That means 90. We have certain assessment procedure. Psychologists used to do this assessment and try to find out the level of IQ of the particular person. Based on that, we can say whether the person is having average intelligence or above average intelligence, or actually is very genius and so on. They have the average intelligence. You should not think they are having less IQ. They are having good IQ. But they experience significantly difficulty in academic areas. Mainly academic areas is nothing but reading, writing, mathematics, reasoning, listening, or organization. These are the areas are affected because of the problem in their brain. Learning disabilities are lifelong condition. It is not a disease. With the help of medicine, they cannot be cured. There is no medicine. Such medicines are available in the world. It is a condition. But due to this problem, they have some difficulties, especially in the academic work, but they are able to do some other work. But it is a lifelong problem. Even once they become an adult, this problem will continue. But with the proper identification, how we can help these children? That is why I am here, to train you. Identification, proper identification, how to identify. Educational support, as a teacher, how you are going to give support to these children. Psychological intervention, different types of interventions are there. I mean, the treatment procedure. And family cooperation, parents should cooperate. That is another important thing. Children can achieve academic success and social development. So once you identify a particular child is having this issue, with the help of their screening and the support, educational support, parental cooperation, and they can come up in their life. They can pass whatever examination we are having. See, according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, this one I told you, DSM. DSM 5, it is published by American Psychiatric Association. It's a 5th edition. Specific learning disorder is a neurological development disorder with a biological origin. Biological origin, they are physiologically, they are having some issues that is characterized by persistent difficulties in learning and using academic skills, indicated by problems in reading, written expression, or mathematics, which begin during school age years. School age means after 3 years, up to 18 years, and significantly interfere the academic achievement. Because of this problem, they will get very low marks. They are not able to read properly, they are not able to write properly. Mathematics will be the problem for them. Then after that, once they become an adult, if they are going for some job, there also that problem will continue. Activities of daily living. The activities of daily living mean getting up early, brushing our teeth, using toilet, taking bath, grooming ourselves, putting dress, eating. In this area also, they are having some issues. Despite the provision of appropriate educational intervention. Educational intervention means educational help. Especially, it will be given in the school. Then according to another international classification of disease, ICD, this is published by WHO. Here, the same thing they are telling. So that now you understood what is what. According to our Indian Council, Rehabilitation Council of India, the same thing they are also telling. Now, meaning and types of learning disabilities. This you let us understand. A learning disability refers to a disorder in one or more basic psychological process involved Meaning and types. Change. Okay. Meaning and types of learning disabilities. Meaning of learning disability. A learning disability refers to disorder in one or more basic psychological process involved in understanding or using spoken or written language. They are having problem in speaking, they are having problem in writing because it's a language disorder. It interferes with the child's ability to learn academic skills despite adequate intelligence. He is having intelligence. In spite of his having good intelligence, he is not able to get good marks. He will be worried. Parents are worried. Teachers are worried. Why? Educational opportunity and sensory functioning. See, you can very well see, this is for you, how you are going to help the children. How we are going to help the children. Children with LD may struggle with. You can very well identify in the classroom. If the child is having problem in reading, say for example, you are teaching to the third standard students. The third standard textbooks are available. You are asking the child to read, or you are giving some question, ask the child to read the question, for which you are giving answer also. Ask the child to read the answer. He may find difficulty. It is your part. You have to identify. As a teacher, you have to identify this problem. The children, those who are having problem in reading, not only English, even they have problem in reading their own mother tongue. If their mother tongue is Tamil, second language is Tamil, or second language is Hindi, whatever it is, they are having problem in reading the second language and the third language also. Reading is the problem, irrespective of the subject. Mathematical symbol, they cannot understand. We are using different types of symbols in mathematics, plus symbol, subtraction symbol, multiplication symbol, difficult for them to understand the symbols. Then secondly, writing is the problem. You ask them to write, very difficult. They will write very slowly. Or if they write, nobody will understand their handwriting. When you are correcting the paper, if you see the handwriting of a particular child, it is very difficult for you to understand his handwriting, what he has written on the paper. Writing is the problem. Okay? Spelling is the problem. They will make a lot of spelling mistakes. Then mathematics, already I told you, simple mathematics, not very advanced level mathematics, simple arithmetic. Memory is the problem. If you say something, immediately they'll forget. They cannot remember that particular instruction or information. Then attention is a problem. When the teacher is teaching, the child should attend. Then only he will understand what the teacher is teaching. They are having concentration problem. There is a disorder. It is a comorbid problem, comorbidity. Comorbidity means there is a problem, along with that there is another problem. That is comorbidity. Here, the attention is the problem. The children, they may have this attention deficit disorder, ADD. Attention deficit disorder or ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. The child cannot sit in a particular place. The child will be moving here and there, always disturbing other children. This is another condition along with this SLD condition. Organization, what is this organization? If you take his bag, school bag, He cannot organize the school bag in a proper order. He will keep, they used to keep unwanted materials in the bag. They cannot organize the books, the school bag very neatly. They'll put the book, notebook, pencil, eraser, pencil scrap. So many things are there. Best materials. It's very difficult for them to organize. Even at home, if they remove the dress, they'll throw it and go. They cannot put it in the shelf. They cannot put it in the wardrobe, or they will not put it for washing. Organization is the problem. Learning disability is not caused by. Learning disability is not caused by. Who are all not learning disabled? Those who are having problem in intelligence. As I told you, the learning disabled children should have more than 90 IQ. Suppose the child is having IQ below 70, they are called as intellectual disability. Otherwise, it is a new concept, new terminology. Intellectual disability is a new terminology. Previously, erstwhile, it was called as mental retardation. Those who are having intellectual disability or mental retardation, they may have all this problem, but they are not SLD. Generally, they will not come to the regular school. They used to go to special schools. Then, lack of motivation or laziness. The boy is always lazy. The girl is always lazy. That is why he is not able to do all these things. The above mentioned aspects. Or lack of motivation. He is not at all having motivation to come to school. Doesn't have motivation to study. Poor parenting. Parents are not at all bothered about the child. There are some parents, they don't know which class the child is studying. Of course, there are some parents. Parenting, poor parenting. There are some parents, authoritative parents. Do what I say. Authoritarian parents, authoritative parents. Authoritarian parents, very strict. Father is very strict, mother is very strict. Whereas authoritative parents, they are goal-oriented, they try to help the child. There is another category of parents called permissive parents. They don't know what the child is doing. No, they are not bothered about the discipline. They don't discipline the child. So, parenting style is very important. Poor parenting. Or if the child is having any visual problem, the child is having some visual impairment or hearing problem, hearing impairment. Those children are also having this issue, but they are not called specific learning disabled. So this is how we try to understand, because those type of children are not going to come to our school. The children with good intelligence or above average intelligence, they used to come to our school, but they may have this type of issues. Okay. If you have any doubt, please clarify your doubt. Madam?
And we also say that it is not caused by intellectual disability. And by intelligence, what do we mean, sir? We say that they have 90% of IQ. And we say that they are not intellectually disabled.
Intellectually disabled, they are having less than 70 IQ.
What is this intelligence map?
Intelligence is actually, say for example, intelligence is like a mental ability. Okay. So in a simple time, I will explain to you. Suppose the 5 years old child. What you are expecting from a 5 years old child is chronological age is 5. What you are expecting from the 5 years old child?
Age appropriate development.
Age appropriate development. What are the age appropriate development? Yeah. Yes. if his mental ability is equivalent, age appropriately, he is having the mental ability. His mental ability is equivalent to his chronological age. So chronological age is 5 years. Then he is having normal intelligence. Of course, we have a standardized intelligence test to measure also.
That those children, the learning, the children who has this disability,
Mhm.
their intelligence is good enough. That's what
Yes,
they say.
yes.
Then, what is the reason, sir? We
Reason is
understand
that their brain is affected. They are having the brain problem. Brain development is affected.
So intelligence, when we say intelligent quotient, we are not talking about the development of the brain or the neuro.
No. We are developing. See, madam, you try to understand. Let us understand the IQ concept. With the standardized intelligence test, if you go for the IQ assessment, there we will have one ratio that is called mental age. We use a formula called IQ is equal to MA by CA into 100. MA means mental age. The child is able to perform a particular activities which is age appropriate. 5 years old child is able to perform the 5 years related mental activities or mental abilities. So try to understand. I'll put it in other words. You are expecting the 5 years old child to read, to write. Okay, he has to speak, he has to walk, and he has to 5 years old. He has to do independently, he has to brush his teeth. Independently, he has to manage the toilet activities, dressing, grooming, eating, independently, without anybody's help. And to some extent, he is able to read, write, speak. That means largely, see, for example, almost all the children in the universe, 5 years old children, they used to do this type of activities. 5 years old Indian children, they are doing all these things. 5 years old Russian children, they are doing all these things. 5 years old American children also, they are doing all these things. This is age appropriate. Say, for example, 5 years old, he is having problem, not able to read, not able to write, not able to understand, not able to speak, or not able to do his daily activities like brushing, grooming, toileting. He requires help. That means he is not, his brain or his mental ability is not developed appropriately according to his chronological age. You are able to understand now? Still you are having problem? Tell me, what is your problem?
You have mentioned that intellectual disability is not.
Intellectual disability is a different category. Say, for example, you take forget about the intelligence test. 5 years old child. He is having the ability of only 2 years old. How the 2 years old child behave? In such a way, the 5 years old child also behave. 3 years below. They are called as intellectually disabled.
But we don't see that problem in the past. Like they are okay with the other.
No, that's what I told you, madam. They need not come to the regular school. They have a separate school. You don't find any intellectually disabled children in the regular school. It is very difficult for them to cope up. They cannot even read and write the curriculum which is meant for first standard, second standard, third standard. I'll put another example. There is an intelligence test, standardized intelligence test developed based on the intelligence theories. So I am a psychologist. I am conducting an intelligence test to the child. The child is 5 years old. Today he is celebrating his birthday, he is 5 years old. I am conducting the 5 years old. There are some age appropriate tests are there in the intelligence test. I am taking, since he is a 5 years old, I am taking 5 years old test and giving the 5 years old test to the child. He has passed all the test items. That means he is 5 years old. He has done the 5 years old mental ability test. His mental age, accordingly we will calculate his mental age. His mental age is 5. And mental age means overall development. Overall development. The development means cognitive development, motor development, okay, language development, social development, emotional development. So this is how we try to understand. Then 5 years old child passed 5 years old test. If I calculate his IQ formula is MA by CA into 100. His IQ will be 100. Let us keep 100 separately. Another 5 years old child I am calling. He has done, again I am giving this 5 years old test. He could not do the 5 years old test. Now you see the difference. He is also 5 years, but he could not do the 5 years old test. The first child done the 5 years old test correctly. He has passed. But this child, another child, second child, he could not pass. What I do? I will go for 4 years old test. Less than 1 year. His IQ will be 80. 4 divided by 5 into 100, 80. Keep this number also, keep it. Then one more child is coming, he is also 5 years old. I am giving 5 years old test. He passed. Then I want to see whether he is able to do 6 years old test. I am giving 6 years old test to 5 years old boy, 5 years old child. He passed. Now his MA will be more than his chronological age. That means 6 by 5 into 100, 120. Then the fourth child comes. I am giving the same test. 5 years he failed. 4 years also he failed. Now I am giving 3 years old test. He passed. 3, MA is 3 divided by 5 into 100, 60. We have 4 data now. 60, 80, 100 and 120. As per the IQ classification, if the child is having above 90, he is having average intelligence. 120 and above average intelligence. Below 90, 71 to 89 comes under slow learner category or below average intelligence. Below 60 or below 70, but this child is having 60, but below 70 is called as intellectually disabled. So this is how we try to understand. The learning disabled children, they have average intelligence and above average intelligence. The intellectually disabled children are also having this issue, but we have to see their level of IQ. Based on the level of IQ, we have to say whether the child is intellectually disabled or learning disabled. Anybody is having doubt? I hope your query has been clarified. Yes, madam? You have to learn. No, that's what. See, we have different categories. This is one of the category. The child is having average intelligence, above average intelligence. There are some children, they are having giftedness. They are extremely having high level of intelligence. In spite of that, they are having problem in reading, they are having problem in writing, they are having problem in mathematics. That category alone called as specific learning disorder. It is also due to some neurological impairment. This you should not forget. Here I can put it in other words. The neurological impairment is less. The magnitude of neurological or the impact of neurological impact will be less when compared to the intellectually disabled children. If there is any interesting topic, you kindly come here and I will also share your discussion. I will also take part in your discussion. Now the time is 1 o'clock. If anybody is having any issue, please discuss. If you are not able to understand, you ask your doubt, clarify your doubt and go. Without clarification, if you go, you will get confused. See, generally, I'll come to you. Generally, the children, those who are having intellectual disability, generally they don't come to the regular school. Generally, but as per the National Educational Policy 2020, all the schools should become inclusive. Inclusive means you have to admit the disabled children also in the school. You have to provide education. This is the recommendation given by the Educational Policy, National Educational Policy 2020. Now we think these children, they don't have any issues, and we are admitting the children in the class. We are admitting them in the LKG class, then UKG. LKG, UKG, you cannot find any kind of difference, any problem. As and when the syllabus is getting, the magnitude of the syllabus is getting increased, then only they'll have issues. These issues can be identified when the child is in the 3rd standard or 4th standard or 5th standard. Whereas the intellectual disability, the problem of intellectual disability can be identified during first year. During first year of the development of the child. If the milestones are delayed, milestones mean the child should have neck control, the child should sit and stand, walk, speak, interact with others. These are all called developmental milestones. The intellectually disabled children are having problem in the milestone, delayed milestones. We can identify. If you use the intelligence test, their level of IQ will be below 70. This is one category of the disabled children, forget about it. Whereas in our school, generally we are not going to deal with these intellectually disabled children, for which the special educators are there. The Rehabilitation Council of India, they are conducting the special education course. Those who have studied that special education, they will be the teachers for them. Whereas in our school, we are having normal children. Normal children mean the children having average and above average IQ. Due to some problem in their brain, due to some problem in their nervous system, they are having some issues, especially in academics. Now, otherwise, they are good. Even they can drive a car, they can ride a motorbike, they can go independently, travel here and there. No problem. But academic is concerned, reading is a concerned problem. Okay. And mathematics is concerned problem. Handwriting is the problem. That is why it's called as specific learning disability. They have amalgamated all the types: dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia. Yes, my dear, please tell me what are your doubts. You want my?
The learning disability is not caused by, you are giving a certain points there.
Not.
Learning disability is not caused by, we are giving a certain point. The last, 4th point is poor parenting. Suppose if poor parenting means,
Poor
obviously,
parenting.
ah,
Parents
poor-
are not at all bothered.
yes. If
Poor
poor
pa-
parenting means, obviously the lack of learning disabilities will occur. So there is a contradiction.
I'll tell you. Poor parenting means, say for example, permissive parenting. They are not at all helping the child to do any kind of, see, everything is learned through learning. That you should understand. Learning, everything. I am talking. I learned my language through learning. I am writing. I learned this writing through learning. Everything somebody has taught me. That is why I am doing. Here, parents are not at all bothered. Sometimes due to that, due to this poor parenting, they are having some emotional problem. Always they are preoccupied about their family. Husband and wife, always they are quarreling. Okay, they are not at all bothered about the child. That may impact the child in his academic work. Permissive parents mean not at all bothered. Even they don't know which class the child is studying. If you go to government school, you find out how many fathers know in which class his child is studying. They don't. Especially the urban slums.
So poor parenting is not the factor of learning disability.
See,
Sir, actually learning disability is not.
One minute. Learning disability is not caused by, okay, intellectual disability. If the child is having intellectually disabled, if the child is having less than 70 IQ, he is not called as intellectually disabled. I'm sorry, he is not called as learning disabled. Similarly, laziness. Due to laziness, he is not studying. Similarly, due to lack of motivation, he is not studying. Similarly, poor parenting, he is not studying. Nobody bothers about the child because the cause is different, because nobody is there to guide him. That is the reason why he is not studying. But he is not comes under the SLD. Similarly, hearing impairment. He is having hearing problem, that is why he is not able to do. Academically, he is poor. Visual impairment, there will be a problem. That is why he is not able to do academically well. Of course, they are having different methods to learn. They are having special schools. The special educator will help them to do academic work. Any doubt? Your doubt is clear? Parenting, poor parenting, the children, those are coming from such type of house, they are also having issues in reading, writing, and so on. But we cannot label them as learning disabled. Clear? Somebody else has asked another question. One more. No problem?
Yes, sir. I think it is now clear, sir.
Huh?
Now we got the clarity, sir.
You got
Yes,
the
now we
clarity?
got the clarity. Yes, thank you, sir.
Dyslexia. Dyslexia means reading disabilities. Huh? Reading disability. Reading. If you give a textbook or give some newspaper or magazine, any kind of text, the child cannot read. Even in mother tongue, cannot read. Dyslexia is a specific learning disability affecting reading and language processing abilities. Language processing. See, say for example, we have two types of, when you talk about communication, we have two types. One is expressive. I am talking, that is expressive. Another one is receptive. I am listening. Expressive and receptive. Listening. Listening is the problem. Speaking is the problem. Language processing is the problem. Here, difficulty recognizing words. Difficulty in recognizing the words. A simple word. It is very difficult. They try to see the words in a different way. For example, M, they try to see M as W. M as W. Number, say for example 21, they try to see it as 12. Like that, they are having problem. Slow reading speed. If you ask the child to read very slow, the child cannot read very fast. Again, one thing you must understand is age appropriate. Letter reversal. Mirror writing. If you write something, keep it in front of mirror, how it looks. Like that they write. word reversal. Okay, letter reversal. Poor spelling, difficulty understanding written material, problem with phonetic sounds. What is this? They make lot of mistake, spelling mistake. Whatever they read, it is very difficult for them to understand. Comprehension is the problem. Now, problem with the phonetic sounds. Simple example I'll tell you. We are having letters, English letters, A, B, C, D, E, like that. I am writing A. How do you pronounce A? Previously. Now that is okay. You are using phonetics and reading. Generally, how do you read? A. Without using phonetics, you tell me. A. A as A. B. B. C. D. Now, A is there or C is there. C. You are adding AT with C. AT with C. CAT. How do you say? Cat. How do you pronounce? Cat. C. You are using letter C, adding AT, but your sound is different. Your sound is different. Say for example, A. You are adding NT, and, not and. This is called phonetics. That is the reason why nowadays the teachers used to teach the letters with the phonetic sound. A, ba, like that. If you ask the child to take the spelling of cat, how the spelling will be? He will write K-A-T, cat. Yes, listen, cat, K sound. The spelling will be K-A-T. He will not write it as C-A-T. This is a big problem with the children with learning disability. They are having problem in the phonetics. So that is the reason why many schools, they are giving training in phonetics. Even some children, they are attending phonetics classes also separately. Problem in pronunciation. Problem in identifying the particular words. Educational impact, how it will impact the educational achievement. For example, poor comprehension. He cannot understand what he has written, what he has studied. Avoidance of reading task. You would have seen, if the teacher is asking some students, stand up and read this particular paragraph, there are some children, they bow down their head because they don't want read. Difficulty learning new vocabulary. They are having very meager vocabulary, poor vocabulary. Very difficult for them to understand the meaning of the words. Dysgraphia. See this handwriting. Anybody can read this handwriting? Even the child, one who has written this, cannot read. Here, what are the problem? Completely uppercase and lowercase, combination of uppercase and lowercase, combination of big letter and small letter. No punctuation marks, no space between the words. This is how they write. But they write very slowly also. Dysgraphia affects handwriting and written expression. If you ask them to write examination in Indian system, examination, they have to write it. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I think like all of us are very clear about the theory part of it, sir. We know about their dyslexic, dysgraphic, dyscalculia, these terms and the conditions or characteristics, we are aware, sir. But the problem is like what is to be done? We were talking about like, we just wanted the solution for that, sir. Because we are very much aware of all these characteristics, sir. So, but we are helpless. Like we do not know how to help the children, sir. How to support them, sir. For me, as a language teacher,
that will be covered.
that
will-
dyslexic, like I'm aware because seeing the different classes, ages and levels we are seeing,
Yes,
but we are not able to help them in a very scientific approach. We do not know, sir. That is,
Yes, madam, that will be covered in the afternoon.
yes, sir.
I'll be here up to 5 o'clock, no? With you. I will not leave you. Up to 5 o'clock, because my train is only 7 o'clock. Up to 5 o'clock, I should be with you. Clarify all your doubts. Don't worry. I will teach you the remedial method. As madam said, remedial, how you are going to help. After identification, how you are going to help. Who will help? Parents are not aware. Parents are not aware about this issue. Only teachers, we are aware. If you tell to the parents, parents will be emotionally disturbed. The moment the parents comes to know that the child is having learning disability, finish. Especially the mother will be perplexed. He will develop different types of psychological issues. Probably she may develop anxiety, depression. Her mental health will be affected. So that is the reason why, as a teacher, we have to help the child, particular child, by way of giving remedial method. See, nowadays, the parents are thinking, if the child is not studying, sending the child to the tuition. It is happening. Going to the tuition is not going to solve the problem of the learning disabled child. That may be helpful for the other children, those who are not having this issue. Tuition is a miniature classroom. That will not help the learning disabled children. Here, remedial education means one-on-one. The teacher, one who has been trained in this aspect, should help the child on one-on-one basis. That method is known as remedial. Say, for example, I told you he's having problem in writing. The teacher has to teach how to write properly. Individualized manner, not in the group. We have to prepare IEP, Individualized Educational Program. Then the child should sit with the teacher. He should be alone. 1:1, that's all. And remedial teaching, phonetics, the teacher should teach phonetics, how to pronounce the word, how to improve his spelling, how to improve his vocabulary, then how to do simple arithmetic. This method is called remedial teaching. So, in case, if you are having some kind of remedial teaching skill, or if you undergo some kind of remedial teaching training, that will be helpful for you to help this type of children. Okay? Any difficulty? Then improper, poor handwriting, improper spacing between words. Have you seen this type of handwriting? This type of handwriting have you seen as a teachers? Where you have seen? You are from your students. What you have done? No, what you have done? Okay, he's having poor handwriting. What step you have taken to help the child? Madam, please tell me. No, you have seen, but how you are going to, have you helped the child? Handwriting notebook.
Sir,
Okay.
capital letter and small letter, they mix together and
Yeah,
write.
that's what I told you now. They will mix the different cases of letters. Okay. Why? Why they are not able to do? Why they are not able to do? As a teacher, it is our responsibility.
Yes, sir.
Don't be judgmental. It is called judgmental attitude.
No, sir.
If I teach, they will not write. If I tell, they will not read.
Sir.
Even if I do max, they will not do. Judgmental.
Sir, I'm not judge her. Actually, she is finding difficulty in writing. Her way of writing is different. I have informed our coordinator, and actually, I asked you. I thought to ask this question: how to inform this to their parents?
See,
It's my
why they are not able to write? What is the reason? Their fine motor coordination is affected. This you have to understand. Their fine motor coordination. See, I am using my hands to hold a smaller object. It is called fine motor. I am using the mic. I am using all my fingers. This is called gross motor. Using a pen or pencil, fine motor. Okay, we have to improve the fine motor skills by way of giving different types of exercises, high hand coordination exercises. Otherwise, you have to refer the child to the occupational therapy. You have to inform to the parents. Okay, you can refer the child, inform them, accept the child. Acceptance is very important. Then they may take the child to the occupational therapist to improve his fine motor coordination. Once his fine motor coordination is improved, he can write. And you have to use the writing materials, proper writing material. Proper writing material means pen, pencil. You can very well put some kind of grip over the tip. Here we have to fix some grip, big grip. And if you give that particular pen or particular pencil, he can write. So these are all the intervention. Just like that, we cannot ignore. He is not writing. We should not ignore. If we don't help, who will help? Who will help the child? As a teacher, we have to help. And of course, we have to tell to the parents. We have to seek their cooperation. Thank you. Then improper spacing between words. Spacing will not be there. They'll continuously write without spacing. No punctuation marks. Then difficulty copying. If you are writing something on the board, the child with having this problem, dysgraphic problem, he cannot copying down from the board. So these are the issues. You would have seen. If the child is not, one more thing you have to understand, if the child is not able to copying down from the board, what will be the reason? What could be the reason? Yes, very good, super. Vision problem. If the child is having any problem, vision, the child cannot copying down. So we have to, if you have any doubt, tell the parents, let them take the child to the eye specialist, let them check up whether his vision is proper or not. This also. Suppose he is not able to, you are teaching something, the child is not able to respond. You may suspect the child may have hearing problem also. We don't know. So we have to inform to the parents, ask them to go and do the assessment by the ENT specialist. Then spelling mistake, they make weak grammar and sentence formation. Slow writing speed. How it will impact? Say for example, incomplete classwork. Incomplete. If you are giving homework, they cannot do. Even in the classwork, they cannot do. Poor note taking. If you are dictating something, you are giving some notes, it is very difficult for them to write. Frustration during writing task. If you ask the child to write, he will be frustrated because he is having this issue. The Western countries, say for example, countries like Canada, writing is the option. If the child wants to write, he can write. Otherwise, the child wants to type in the computer, he can type. Like that, they have different option. But India, in Indian context, we don't have any option. He has to write. Dyscalculia, mathematics disability. Dyscalculia affects mathematical understanding and numerical operations. difficulty recognizing the numbers, confusing in arithmetic operations, different types of symbols, addition, subtraction, multiplication, everything they're having some issues. Difficulty learning tables. You would have experienced it in your classroom. There are some children they are very poor in maths. What are the reason? Forget about this dyscalculia. Generally, the teachers, I'll put it in other words, who is a very respected teacher in the school? Highly respected teacher. Huh? Maths teacher. No, class teacher, okay, madam. Subject wise, you tell me. Anybody will be the class teacher. Who is the respected teacher? I'm asking. Language teacher. He's telling language teacher. PT teacher, because he's always having the stick. Huh? Max teacher. Very good. Max. The moment you say max, finish. Huh? Max is a very difficult subject right from the beginning, from LKG onwards. Max is a very difficult subject. You should be very careful, should not make mistake. If you don't understand, you take some good food. Lady's finger you take so that you will do a lot of good max. Like that, we are giving different types of information to the child. During the examination also, the child is very much scared about the mathematics. So maths, generally even normal children are also having some issues regarding the maths paper is concerned. Whereas the child with dyslexia or dyscalculia or specific learning disability or especially this dyscalculia, they are having issues, mathematics related concepts. Problem in understanding time, money concept. If you tell the child, I am giving 10 rupees, go to the shop and get one packet biscuit, which is 5 rupees, how much money you will bring back, finish. He cannot give this simple, do these simple mental calculations. Always you will be late. You would have seen some children, always they come to the class late because they don't know the time concept. They will get up very late. Parents used to say, sir, he is getting up only 7 o'clock. The school van will come around 7:30. Within half an hour, you should get ready. He doesn't know the time concept. When he is writing the exam, say for example, the examination duration of the particular paper is 2 hours. He cannot manage the time. How he has to divide the part A, part B, part C questions based on the time. He will take a particular question, keep on writing the answer. But he will not have time to answer for other questions. He will say, sir, there is no time. That's why I left some questions. He's not leaving the questions in the examination. He doesn't know the time management. Huh? After lunch, madam. After lunch, you will be very... After lunch, what will happen? Generally, after lunch, what will happen? You will be happy, na? Generally. You should be happy. Then learning is very easy. Fear of mathematics, poor calculation, low confidence in mathematics activities. One more thing. The science teacher can understand, of course, everybody, you also must be aware. Our brain. We have 2 hemispheres, left hemisphere and right hemisphere. The right hemisphere is controlling our left side of the body. Left hemisphere is controlling our right side of the body. Okay. Madam? Yeah. The brain, we have two hemisphere. One is left hemisphere and right hemisphere. The right hemisphere is controlling my left side of the body. Left hemisphere is controlling my right side of the body. Okay. The children, those who are very good in mathematics, those who are good in language, those who are good in science, their left hemisphere is very strong. Left hemisphere is working more for those children. One who is getting good marks in mathematics, good marks in science, good marks in language, it is the left hemisphere is working properly. Whereas the children, those who are having right hemisphere domination, they are good in drawing. They are good in different types of arts and craft work. Say, for example, especially you would have noticed the learning disabled children, they are left-hand dominant people. They always use left hand. Have you seen? Those who are using left hand domination, left only dominant. My dominant hand is left. That means my right brain is working. Especially the SLD children, they are having right brain domination. So they will use left hand for writing, even left hand for doing different types of activities. This also you must understand. See, body language, they are having very poor, they are poor in understanding the body language. See, body language, say for example, I am seeing a particular person, whether he is happy or he is unhappy, through his facial expression I can understand. That is called body language. We are getting some kind of cues from your body language, whether you are happy or unhappy. These children, they are very poor in understanding the cues of the body language. These are the areas you try to understand. And another thing, they may have problem in understanding the instructions, oral instructions. If you give simple instruction, they understand. Only one. If you give multiple instruction, they will get confused. You are telling the child, now you take your notebook, go to my room, keep it, and bring a duster from my room. Finish. He cannot understand. If you say, take this notebook, keep it in my room, he will do. Only one instruction. You are giving two instructions. Go to my room, keep the notebook, bring the duster from my room. He cannot. So this is how these children, they are having different types of issues. As a teacher, you have to understand, you have to observe. They are having problem in all this area, you try to understand, and actually you have to call the parents. In such a way you have to inform, and the parents has to take their child to the different specialists for assessment as well as for the educational or remedial educational intervention. Visual processing disorder, difficulty interpreting visual information, confusion between shapes and letters, poor visual memory. Identification of students with, already I told you. Warning signs. This is very important for you. Slow academic progress. Other children are studying, whereas the particular child is not able to study. It's a warning sign. Difficulty completing task. Difficulty in completing the task, whatever task you are given. It may be a classroom task or homework. Frequent mistakes. Poor concentration. Avoidance of reading or writing activities. See, now this academic performance analysis. Read this number 1. A gap between, this is very important for you. A gap between the intelligence and achievement may indicate LD. We think if the intelligence is good, definitely he will study. Isn't it? Generally we think what happened?
Hold it here. It will become. Hold it here.
Here.
Here. And no, yeah, little down, sir. Yes.
See now, my voice is clear? Yeah, okay. Now you read the first line, a gap between intelligence and achievement may indicate LD. What we think, if the intelligence is good, his academic achievement also will be good. It is positively correlated. This is how it is our assumption. The boy is having good intelligence, definitely he will study well. This is our assumption. That's what they are telling. A gap between intelligence and academic achievement may indicate LD. His intelligence is good, but academic is poor. His intelligence is good, but our assumption is wrong here. Intelligence is good, but he is not able to get good marks. That means that is the indication for LD. See, parents also, they don't believe. They will say, my boy is very good. He does everything. How can he say that he is not studying? This is how they are understanding. We have to make them to understand. It is a condition, it is a neurological impairment they have to accept. Good oral responses, but poor written work. Difficulty in one academic area only. Repeated academic failure. Sometimes they may have repeated failure in the examinations. Behavioral observation, SLD children, they are having behavioral problems. Say for example, the child or children with LD may display frustration, hyperactivity. The child cannot sit in the class. He wants to roam here and there or disturbing other children. Withdrawal. He doesn't want to participate with others. Low self-confidence. Others are studying well. Teachers are praising them. Teachers are rewarding those children. I'm not getting any reward. I'm not getting any praise from the teachers. I'm not able to get good marks also. He develops more negative thoughts, which will lower his self-confidence. Then emotional outburst. Due to that, he may become angry and he will fight with others, or sometimes he will fight with the teachers, he will fight with the parents also. Parents provide developmental history including, say for example, if you have doubt, you can very well call the parents, ask the parents about the developmental history, if you want. Or it is the role of the psychologist, it is the role of the medical professional, let them do, okay. But what are the things, what are the indications? Say for example, during the milestones development, if the child is having any delayed speech, difficulty learning alphabets, numbers. Generally nowadays we are sending the children to the school at the age of 3 years. We expect that the child has to learn alphabets. The child has to learn numbers if they are having any difficulties learning the numbers or learning the alphabets. Homework struggles, not able to do homework. Family history of LD. Say for example, father is LD. Father has been diagnosed. Sometimes it happens. Father has been diagnosed as having learning difficulties or learning disorder. or mother or any other blood related relatives. That is a family history. Then we have to go for assessment. Different types of standardized assessments are there, including IQ test. Psychological assessment, generally, it will be done by the psychologist with the way of using standardized tests, intelligent tests. We have many intelligent tests, achievement tests. Say, for example, the child is in 5th standard, whether he is able to do the 5th standard curriculum, 5th standard syllabus. Based on that, we will try to find out or try to develop the achievement test also. Memory and attention test, learning disability assessment. Mainly these NIMANS, you would have heard about NIMANS, National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. They developed the learning disability assessment battery. Generally, the psychologists are using that. With the help of that test, we can find out whether the child is having any learning disability or not. We can separately assess also. Dysgraphia we can assess, or dyscalculia we can assess, dyslexia we can assess, separately also we can assess. Then multidisciplinary evaluation. Okay, we are seeing the child is having some issues. What you have to do? What type of intervention you have to give? It is a team. Say, for example, psychologists, special educator, those who have been trained in that particular aspect, speech therapist, suppose the child is having any speech problem, occupational therapist in order to improve his fine motor coordination, sensory integration. This is how, of course, teachers, the concerned school. It is a multidisciplinary evaluation. They have to evaluate the child. Then we have to come to the conclusion how we are going to help the child. Okay. See, now you take this example. Child reads was, W-A-S, as S-A-W, reversing. Similarly, say for example, number work. If you ask them to write 13, they will write 31. These are the issues they are having. How to do the remedial, we will see later, don't worry. Writing difficulty. See, writing also, the problem is illegible. Next one. Illegible handwriting. Nobody will understand the handwriting. And they hold the pen or pencil like this. Generally, we hold our pen or pencil like this when you are writing. You would have seen some children, they are holding the pen or pencil like this, vertically. Reversing letters will be there, poor spelling, incomplete sentences, difficulty organizing thoughts, slow copying down from the board, already we have discussed. Writing letters incorrect size and direction. They mix the big letters with small letters. Mix all the cases. Mathematics difficulty already we have seen. Addition, subtraction, which, see, for example, 5th standard, you take a 5th standard child. What are the general mathematics concept they supposed to know? 5th standard. Addition they know. Subtraction they know. Multiplication they know. What about division? Division is difficult or they know? 5th standard. Now I am asking this question to you. 5th standard, when a child is in 5th standard, of course, we are teaching. We are teaching all these mathematical concepts, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. But some children, they are having difficulty in doing the division when you are in 5th standard. Okay, afterward they learn slowly. These are the issues you have to understand. Yeah. See, now you may be interested to know what are the causes why there are some children are having SLD problem. There are some causes. Neurological factors, differences in brain functioning affect processing abilities. The brain is connected with millions and millions of neurons. There are some neurons, they're having some problem for getting right type of connection. This is one problem. Secondly, genetic factors, learning disabilities may run in families. Parents, among the parents, or among the siblings, or grandparents. This also. Indicators, parents or sibling with learning difficulties. You have to ask, what is the qualification of your father, what he is doing, what is the qualification of the mother, what she is doing, or your brother or sister, whether they are studying where, whether they are studying in any special schools, or they are having any difficulties in academic works is concerned. Yes. Prenatal and perinatal factors during pregnancy period. Premature birth, okay, if the child's birth is before the due date, it will be a problem. Low birth weight, according to WHO, birth weight should be more than 2.5 kg. If the child birth weight is less than 2.5 kg, it is considered as low birth weight, which may be one of the cause. Maternal infection during pregnancy time, mother had some issues, health issues, or he developed some kind of infection or some kind of medical problems. She must be taking some medicines. Due to that medicine also, which will affect the fetus of the particular fetus. Oxygen deprivation during birth. Immediately after the birth, the newborn infant has to cry. Why? Why the baby has to cry immediately after the birth? Oxygen. Very good. His lungs started functioning so that oxygen intake will be there. Independently, the infant has to respire. So that is the reason why we are giving much importance for the birth cry, birth weight. These are all the indicators. The parent says, yes, his birth cry was delayed. His birth weight was less than 2.5 kg. During pregnancy time, I had some issues, medical issues or psychological issues, stress. There are so many factors. Environmental causes. The child has not been sent to school. After 3 years, after 4 years, after 5 years, no stimulation. Parents are not bothered. So he may have problem in academic issues. Poor educational opportunities. You are not send the child to the school at all. Emotional neglect. When the child is having some kind of emotion, the child doesn't know how to share his emotion with others. Then other problem, low self-esteem, naturally. Low self-confidence, which leads to low self-esteem, which will be, it will impact his personality development. Anxiety, fear of test, examination, he is having some phobia. Reading loud, if you ask them to read, silent reading, it is not possible for them. They want to read loudly and they are expecting some kind of criticism. Others will laugh at me, parents will laugh at me, teachers will laugh at me, my friends will laugh at me. Like that, they are having some issues. Depression, aggression, hyperactivity, attention problem, social withdrawal. Sometimes it will affect his daily routines. The child doesn't eat, doesn't sleep properly. Always he is having fear of going to school fear of seeing the teachers, fear of seeing the others, other peers. So these are the issues. Avoiding peer interactions. He doesn't want to mingle with his own group. Already this you have seen. If he is having some ideas, since he is having a language problem, it is very difficult for him to communicate with others. So he will be bullied, teased by others, by other children. Difficulty in making friends. Have you seen all these things in the classroom? Bullying is taking place, teaching is taking place. Fear of participation, low confidence, school refusal. The child doesn't want to come to school. Poor time management, losing materials. Every day he will say, my pencil. I don't have pencil. Somebody has taken my pencil. Somebody has taken my notebook. Somebody has taken my book. He will try to lose something or other. If you see his notebooks, if you would have seen his notebooks or books, the corner pages are folded. It is very difficult for him to maintain his books and notebooks properly. All the corner pages are folded. Notebooks are folded, corner pages of the books are folded, like that. He put unnecessary things in his school bag. Losing materials, it is very common. Yes. Now the teacher's role. As a teacher, what you are going to do? How you are going to help? The teacher should observe the academic delays, behavioral signs, and emotional problems. Early referral improves outcomes. Immediately, we should not ignore. Immediately, we have to make some arrangement for other type of intervention. Creating supportive classroom. Madam, you have asked the remedial. Now I am telling. Supportive environment, encourage participation. He will be docile. He wants to sit in the backside. Encourage him to come to the front. Ask him to sit in front row. That is number one. Number two, appreciate effort. Appreciate effort means whatever he is doing, reward. Say for example, if you reward the child, always if you praise the child, that will motivate him to do a lot of things. Always criticizing the child, you don't know how to write, you don't know how to read, you don't know how to calculate, what type of child you are criticizing. Then the child will learn. Always they are criticizing, I don't want to do anything. Instead of that, if you encourage the child, provide the seat in the front row, whatever it is, say the children, other children, they learn fast, okay. But the child having problem is learning slowly, step by step, appreciate. Each and every step you appreciate. Good, very good, doing well. Verbal appreciation, which will reinforce the child. Criticism, don't criticize the child. Adapting teaching methods, effective methods. This is another remedial. Of course, do you know about the learning styles? Learning styles of the children. What is learning child? What is learning style? You have to know. Say, for example, you are going to a particular class. There are 40 children or 30 children. You are teaching. Generally, how do you teach? Generally, how do you teach? I am asking this question. How do you teach in the classroom? You speak, na? You speak. Teaching means you have to speak. Correct? Yes or no? Yes. Speaking. You are speaking in the class. There are 30 students in the classroom. Your speech will be understood only by 10% of the students. See, this is called, there are some, we should understand, as a teachers, you should understand the learning styles of the children. There are verbal learners. Your verbal teaching will be benefited only for those children, those who are having verbal learning. There are some or verbal learning, auditory learning, whatever it is. There are some people, there are some students, they are having visual learning. Visually you have to give. You have to use different types of audio visual gadgets. Show some pictures, speaking and displaying something. Smart classroom, boards, visual learning. Many students will be benefited through visual learning. Now somebody said activity learning. Yes, tactile learners. There are some children, tactile learners. They have to do hands-on experience. Then only they will understand. You have to make them to do that particular activity so that they will understand. Visual learners, auditory learners, and the tactile learners. Here, you have to use all this technique. When you are dealing with the LD child, you have to understand whether he is a visual learner, or is a auditory learner, or is a tactile learner. Accordingly, you have to teach. Multi-sensory teaching. That is called multi-sensory teaching. You have to combine all these things. Separately, you cannot do. When you are teaching for 1 hour or 45 minutes, you have to combine all these techniques. Activity, visual, and auditory. So this will be useful for not only for the LD children, this will be useful for other children also. Visual aids. You have to use different types of visual aid, audio visual aids in the classroom. Practical activities in the laboratory. Demonstration method. You have to demonstrate the different types of concept. If you want to teach science, you have to take them to the laboratory. Do some demonstration, they will understand. So the teacher should be creative. Then the teacher will follow all these methods. Individualized support. When you are conducting an examination, the examination is for 2 hours. For the LD child, you have to give extra time. Even the government is giving. When they are writing the 10th standard exam, or when they are writing their 12th standard exam, CBSE, even as well as for the matriculation also, state board, the government, central government as well as state government, they are giving the concession for these children. They provide extra time. Say for example, 3 hours paper, they will give extra time of half an hour, again depends upon the paper, half an hour to 1 hour. And they are providing the scribe support. When the child is having problem in writing, scribe will write. He will tell and the scribe will write, as we are doing for the visually challenged persons. And the spelling mistake, grammatical mistake, for which we should not reduce the marks. Calculators they can use during the examination time, extra time. Even you can give this practice, and they are exempted from the second language. If their second language is Hindi or Tamil, they need not, of course they'll study, but they need not write the examination. When they are writing the public exam, it is exempted. Simplified instructions. Give instruction very simple way so that they will understand. Small group teaching. If you take all the children in a very big group, you are teaching, it's not going to help them. Individual teaching or small group. Yes, teachers should coordinate with school psychologists, school counselors, if you have. Parents, of course, you have to call the parents. Special educators, there are some schools, they are taking the help of the special educators also. parents. So now the parents, you have to give counseling to the parents. Parents are, it's very difficult for them to accept, understand. The moment you say the child is having some academic issues, the parents will be started worrying, what is wrong with my child? They'll take the child for some kind of intervention, different types of intervention, medical intervention, psychological intervention, special educational intervention, and so on. See, when you are giving the behavior modification, that is a very powerful intervention. Reward, punishment. I'll tell you after the lunch how you are going to do reward and punishment. So by way of giving reward, you can do anything to the child. Encourage the child, reinforce the child. So which will improve his academic performance. Definitely it will improve his behavior. He will develop more adaptive behavior than emotional adjustment. All these things I told you, TOC simplified. Individualized educational plan. See, we are writing our lesson plan. The regular school, when the teacher is going to the class, the teacher is having the lesson plan, what she is going to teach today. It will be acknowledged by the principal. Similarly, when you are dealing with the SLD child, you should have the lesson plan. That lesson plan is otherwise known as Individualized Educational Plan, IEP. You have to positive reinforcement. Yeah, my dear participants, please tell me if you have any doubt. I will try to clarify your doubt, then we will break for lunch. After lunch, we will continue. Please clarify your doubts. Any doubts? No doubt. After lunch, you will ask. Huh? No, if you have any doubt, please clarify. Afterwards, you will forget, I know that. After lunch, because our human memory is very, very short. Once you go out, you will forget, I know that. Afterwards, it's very difficult for you to remember your doubts. Tell me, any doubt? No doubt? Tell.
As a teacher, we can easily find these problems.
Yes.
My question is, how will we support the students?
That's what I am thinking.
No, remedial. If you say one thing, sir, if the students using left hand means their right side brain is active, isn't it, sir?
Yes.
Then how can we help the
Writing with
students
the left
without
hand. Writing with the left hand is harmful.
No, sir.
Sin.
No.
Then let him use his left hand or right hand.
That student know the answer orally, but that child cannot write.
Correct, madam.
Is
Why?
this psychological problem?
He is having problem in writing. Why he is having problem in writing? He is having problem in writing, na?
Orally, that child know the answer.
Okay, I understand. Orally, even parents used to say, sit down. Parents used to say, sir, my son or my daughter, before the examination, they are studying everything. When the moment they entered into the examination hall, forgetting everything. The parents are telling, he is thorough before going to the examination. The moment he has entered into the examination hall, he is not able to remember anything. What could be the reason? We have to find out the reason. Whether the child is having low IQ, or he comes under the category of slow learners, or he comes under the category of SLD, or he is having any problem in writing, whether it's, say for example, fine motor skills are okay. Just like that, we cannot give answer. First, we have to go for thorough assessment. If the child is not able to write, why he is not able to write? What could be the reason? Find out the reason. Able to understand, madam? You cannot do anything. It is a group task. We have to find out the reason. Talk to the parents, how he behaves. Talk to other teachers. Say, for example, in your particular class, he is not writing. In others' class, he is writing. All these things you have to discuss and find out the cause for that. Okay. Probably he must be having problem in his fine motor skills. That also could be the reason. You are able to understand my question? We have to diagnose the child, madam. Without diagnosis, how can we say he is not able to write? I am having fever. Listen. See, you are having a fever. What do you do? Go to your doctor. Doctor, he will ask, what is your problem? He'll say, sir, I am having fever. How long you are having fever? 2 days I am having fever. What are the symptoms of your fever? Temperature is gone up, or you are having problem in your throat, sore throat, not able to eat properly, sleep properly. These are the symptoms you are telling. That after listening those symptoms, he is prescribing some medicine. You are taking medicine. After 1 week, again you are going to the doctor. You are telling, still I am having the fever. What the doctor will say? Go for different types of tests. Blood test, depends upon the problem, blood test or any other test. Why? It's a diagnosis. Then only the doctor will understand what type of fever you are having. Whether you are having malaria, typhoid or viral fever. Similarly, here also, you are observing the child in a multiple times, not able to do something, refer the child. Talk to the principal. The principal will call the parent, tell to the parents he is having some issues, you find out. They will take them to the professionals. They will find out after the diagnosis exactly what is his problem. Whether he is having dysgraphia or whether he is having any other issues. We are able to understand. Simply we should not say he is not doing. Why he is not doing? This you have to understand properly. A referral. We cannot do everything. It's a teamwork, as I told you. It involves all occupational therapists, psychologists, special educators, and parent support, your support. All your supports are very much important. Okay, after the lunch, we'll meet. Madam, lunch break now? After the lunch, we'll meet. We will we'll talk about this remedial coaching. Clear?
Thank you, sir, for the insightful session on learning disability. Your thoughtful presentation helped us gain a deeper understanding of different learning disabilities that influence the learning process. We sincerely thank you for your valuable session and look forward for the continuation of the enriching learning journey in the afternoon session. Thank you, sir.
There are many causes for giving birth of the intellectually disabled child. That is different. After the birth, when the child is slowly growing, the child may have certain difficulties in achieving the developmental milestones. The developmental milestone means at the age of 4th month, 4th to 5th month, the child, the infant, we used to call as an infant or baby, the baby should achieve the neck control or head control. Then the baby has to sit with the support. Then without support, sitting without support, standing with support, standing without support, walking with support, walking without support. At the age of 1 year, the baby can walk with little support. The baby can talk few words, not sentences, few words, monosyllable words. If there is any delay in this process, we can take it as, yes, the particular baby is having some kind of delay in his development. Then, as and when he is growing, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, slowly the child has to learn different skills. That is otherwise known as activities of daily living skills or self-help skills. When he is completing 5 years, he should be independent. Of course, we have to give training. The parents, they have to train the child in doing the brushing, using toilet independently, changing his dress, removing his dress, putting dress, eating independently, grooming independently. At the age of 5, the child, without any difficulty, he will able to do all these things. Whereas the child with intellectual disability, it's very difficult for him to do that. He requires help with the support of somebody, with the support of mother or support of caregivers, the child is to do. Of course, sometimes they are totally dependent also. This is otherwise known as adaptive skills. When you conduct the intelligence test, the child with intellectual disability, he may have below 70 IQ. IQ is the intelligent quotient, intelligence. Intelligence is very important for everybody. When he is having problem in his intelligence, that is number 1 criteria. Number 2 criteria, having problem in the adaptive behavior, adaptive skills. Third criteria is all these things should occur before the developmental age, that is before 18 years. Then only he or she will be called as intellectually disabled. In contrast to this, learning disabled child will have proper developmental milestones. Say at the age of 4th month, he will have neck control. At the age of 8th month, he is to sit. At the age of 1 year, he used to walk with the support, he used to speak. And adaptive behavior is also to the maximum extent he used to achieve. When you are sending the child to the school, there only he will have the problem where he cannot learn. And if you test the IQ, his IQ will be around 90 and above. These are the major 2 differences you have to understand. All these things put together comes under neurodevelopmental disorder. The American Psychiatric Association, WHO, they have developed international classification of the disease. Both of the association, both of the authorities, health authorities, they said these conditions are comes under neurodevelopmental disorder. Intellectually disabled child's brain is also affected. Similarly, the learning disabled child's brain is also affected. So this subtle difference you try to understand. So that is the reason why both of them are put together under the neurodevelopmental disorder. Besides that, we have another neurodevelopmental disorders also. Say, for example, autism spectrum disorder, communication disorder, motor disorder, attention deficit disorder, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, all these things. Here, the children, those who are coming to the regular school, they are having these issues. Intellectual disabled children are also coming to the school. That is different. The particular school is implementing a National Educational Policy 2020 they are supposed to admit the other disabled children also. It will become an inclusive school. The children with disability and the children without disability, they are all under the one roof. They will also be there in the classroom. But again, depends for that, in order to do the inclusive setup, we have to do a lot of infrastructural development. Without having infrastructural development, it is very difficult to implement the new educational policy. That is different topic. Now, this topic is concerned who is having learning disability. What are the reasons? What are the causes? That all these things before lunch we have discussed. Now, we have to do the remedial. Most of you are interested how to understand these children as a teacher in the classroom. What I am going to do? It is applicable only in the classroom. The child may require speech therapy, say for example. The child may require occupational therapy. If the school is the inclusive setup, yes, all these facilities are under one roof. Otherwise, it is the responsibility of the parents to take the child to the speech therapist or occupational therapist or any other different types of interventions are required. It is the responsibility of the parents. Whereas your responsibility is concerned, as far as possible, how you are going to help the child in reading, how you are going to help the child in writing, how you are going to help the child in maths. Clear? Any doubt? If you have any doubt, please clarify. Don't go with doubt. See now, first cell. Remedial teaching. Many of you are very much interested in remedial teaching, how we are going to help. Simultaneously, you have to learn the behavioral management. As I told you earlier, in the first session, the learning disabled children are having a lot of behavioral problems. They may have attention deficit disorder or hyperactivity disorder. There will be a lot of problems. Behavioral issues, they will keep on disturbing the teacher, disturbing his friends. They are not able to sit in one particular place. They are not able to, concentrate. There are so many issues for which, as a teacher, you should learn some kind of aspect called behavioral management. So all these things we have seen, let us go straight away. Remedial teaching. Tuition is different. Classroom teaching is different. If the child is not studying properly, the parents are sending the child to the tuition class. Say, for example, maths tuition, science tuition, and so on. That is different. Classroom teaching is different. Tuition teaching is different. Where mainly group teaching is there, group. In classroom, we have group of children. Okay, in tuition class, it is a miniature classroom. Here 40 children are there in the tuition class, tuition place. There are 10 children are there. They are also group teaching. Whereas children with learning disability, classroom teaching is not going to help them. Tuition teaching is not going to help them. They require one-to-one. One teacher should sit along with the child. See here, remedial teaching refers to specialized instructional methods used to identify the correct learning difficulties in students. What are their problems? First you have to understand whether they are having problem in reading. You have to mainly concentrate on reading. Whether they are having problem in writing, as a teacher you have to mainly concentrate on writing or maths. It aims to improve weak academic areas by providing individualized support. Individualized means separate. One student, according to the learner's need. Then, remedial teaching is first what you have to do. Diagnostic. First, we have to ensure whether the child is having learning difficulties or not. Just like that, we should not jump into the conclusion. Proper diagnosis is very important. Okay. Secondly, we have to do wherever they are, committing mistakes. Wherever they are committing mistakes, it should be a corrective measures. Then individualized, not group. Systematic, step by step, right from the beginning. Easy to hard. Okay. Skill oriented. You are teaching different skills. Reading skill, writing skill, mathematics skill. Commonly used for children with to whom we are going to use this method. Learning disabilities, slow learners. Who are all slow learners? See, morning I have told about the IQ test. I have created 4 data. 120 IQ, 100 IQ, 80 IQ, 60 IQ. I told those who are having 60 IQ, they are comes under the category of intellectual disability. Those who are having 100 IQ, they are comes under the category of average IQ. Those who are having 120 IQ, they are all having above average intelligence. Whereas this 80, a child with the 80 IQ is otherwise called as having borderline intelligence or slow learners. They are also available in our classroom. You should not have any confusion. Who is intellectually disabled? Who is having specific learning disability? Who is having this borderline intelligence? Otherwise, they are known as slow learners. Slow learners are there in our classroom. Having average IQ, the children, those who are having average IQ, they are in our classroom. Then learning disability children are also in the classroom. Generally, these intellectually disabled children will not be there in our classroom in the present context. Once that national educational policy is implemented, probably those children also will be in the classroom. We don't know presently. Okay, now those who are having 71 and above IQ, below 70 intellectual disability, 71 and above, up to 89, they are comes under the category of borderline intelligence, slow learners. Academic underachievement, attention problem, behavioral difficulties, say for example, behavioral difficulties or attention problem, ADHD or ADD. See, why remedial teaching? It is individualized. One, the teacher should be with one student, that's all. Goal oriented. You have to prepare the goal. Within 1 month, I am going to teach this. Within 2 months, I am going to teach this. Within 3 months, I am going to teach this. That is the reason why we are preparing the IEP. Structured learning proceeds from simple to complex. The child doesn't know numbers. You have to teach numbers. Straight away we should not go for addition because he doesn't know the numbers or he doesn't know the alphabets. First we have to teach alphabets, then only we have to teach the words. After teaching words, sentence. Similarly here, first a number, then only simple arithmetic. That is why it's called simple to complex. Multisensory. Morning I told about the different learning styles. The different learning style will be highly useful for the learning disabled children. First you try to understand whether the child is visual learner, auditory learner, or kinesthetic learner. Based on his learning style, we have to give input, teaching input. Otherwise, suppose the child is a visual learner, you are keep on giving oral instruction, which will not be useful to him. Okay, then that's what they are telling. Multi-sensory uses visual, auditory, and kinesthetic method. Morning, somebody said that yes, we are doing activity-based learning. Activity, you are conducting different types of activities. Yes, kinesthetic, that is. Continuous evaluation. Every day you have to check, or every week you have to check, give the feedback. What he has done. Whether he has done rightly or wrongly. If he has done rightly, give proper positive reinforcement. Encourage him to do it again and again. If he is committing mistake, again you have to give different types of reinforcement. Improves academic skills. What will be the use? Help student developing reading, writing, and arithmetic abilities. Builds confidence. Once he is able to read and write and do mathematics, which will improve his self-esteem. Reduces frustration, definitely. Once his self-esteem is increased, automatically his frustration level will come down. The teachers also feels happy, parents are also feels happy. Prevents school failure. Okay, he cannot, sometimes due to the failure, he may get dropped out. That also we can prevent. We can prevent the dropout also. Then encourages independent learning. Students gradually become self-reliant learners. Enhance classroom participation. Generally, our tendency, how do you deal with the children? No, I am asking this question, general question. There are 30 children, for example, more than 30 also, no problem. Teachers, students, interaction. Anybody? To whom you interact? Huh? Students, those who are studying well. Those who are not studying well. Now, to whom you have interact? All the students. There are 30 children, you will try to interact with all the 30. Who is a half? The children, those who are sitting in the front bench, on what basis? On what basis you are allotting the seat in the front bench? Based on alphabets? No. Based on their name?
Height.
Based on their height? No. Just say. Based on their height? No. Height. Okay. Based on their name, alphabet name. A means starts from, this name is starting in the A. First bench. Suppose his name is Z. His name is starting with the letter Z. He has to sit in the last bench? No. Middle bench? No, you will allot, or the student, they themselves will occupy? No, just I am asking this. How is the system? The class teacher will allot generally. Based on what? See now, remedial, when you are going to help the children with learning disability or slow learners or those who are having different types of problem, attention deficit disorder or ADHD, let them be seated in the front bench under your straight monitoring. Those who are studying well, they can sit anywhere else. But generally we are not doing this. Generally we are not doing, I know that. The toppers, the class toppers, they are always surrounded by the teachers. They are become the pet students to the teachers because they are the class toppers, studying well. Those who are getting 95 and above, they become pet students to the teacher. But others, Those are having these issues, generally we are neglecting. Wherever they want, let them sit. If he is talking, we are not bothered. If he is writing, we are not bothered. Not writing or writing, that also we are not bothered. That is the reason why we have to say encourages independent learning, active participation, enhances the classroom participation. You have to give some responsibility. You have to give some responsibility. Always you have to encourage the child to talk. Ask him to be seated in the front row. If he is having any doubt, try to clarify. You have to increase the peer interaction. Make the peers, those who are studying well, they will become their mentors. We have to pair. Suppose a child is having some problem, he will be paired with another child, one who is doing well. You have to tell, oh, he is having some problem, you try to help him. Peer helping. Teachers under the teachers monitoring. Simple method we try to understand. First, you have to boost his self-esteem. That is very important. Motivation level should be increased. Then he will think, okay, there is no discrimination. Teacher is helping me. Other students are helping me. Now, slowly, I am able to understand the concept. Planning individualized program. Say, for example, when you are preparing the lesson plan, all the teachers, language teachers, subject teachers, you are preparing this lesson plan. But here, we have to prepare different lesson plan. First, we have to understand what is his base level measurement. Suppose the child is doing, example, 5th standard. 5th standard lesson, whatever the subject or whatever the language may be, he is not able to read, he is not able to understand, he is not able to comprehend. Maths also he doesn't understand, the 5th standard maths, or writing also problem. What you have to do? Which standard he can do? Suppose he is able to read the 2nd standard lesson, 2nd standard subject. You have to start from that. 2nd standard. Take the 2nd standard book and give teaching, coaching, individualized coaching. Let him complete 2nd standard, then 3rd standard, then 4th standard. Like that you have to go. Start from the basic. First you have to understand the baseline measure. The baseline measure only we have to prepare. Based on that, you have to prepare the individualized planning, individualized programming. Any doubt? Are you able to understand, not able to understand? See, 5th standard, that time he is not reading, he is not studying. Oh, he is not studying. We should not jump into the conclusion. Because he doesn't know the basis. So we have to go back to the basis and start from there. 2nd standard, 3rd standard, 4th standard, like that. But it will take time. Yes, no problem. See, that is the reason why these children are supported by the government. How? The state government as well as the central government. Those who are having these issues, they can go to the medical board. Medical board means district headquarters hospitals. They are having the medical boards, government. There, the child will be assessed. Then, based on the assessment, the recommendation will be given. Based on the recommendation, they will give a certificate. They have to get the certificate. The learning disabled child, he has to get the certificate stating that, yes, he comes under the category of learning disability. Now, based on that 21 categories of disability, he also one of the category, 21 under the 21 category. So the child is having the disability certificate. With the help of the disability certificate, he can avail the concession during the public examination, 10th standard, 2nd paper, 2nd language exemption, extra time they will allot, because his handwriting will be slow. They will not penalize him for reducing the mark for grammatical mistake, spelling mistake. He can use, if it is possible, he can use scribe also. And calculator is allowed. CBSE, yes, they are giving, as well as state government, state board also they are giving. You can utilize. We have to make the parents to accept, and it is the work of the parents. Parents has to take the child to the medical board and get the certificate. They will find out the boy or girl is really having learning disability or not. Okay. Then now how we are going to teach the remedial. We are talking about the remedial. How we are going to teach? Number one, phonics method, phonics, sound, pronunciation. The child will understand the different pronunciation. Sound discrimination is different. They have a different sounds. They will understand. As I told you, cat. If you ask them to write cat, he will use K-A-T because our pronunciation is K, cat. So this phonics we have to teach, number one. Number two, activity-based learning. What is this? Somebody said we are using activity. What is activity? Activity-based learning for the LD child, not for the normal children. LD children. How? What type of activities? Hands-on experience. You use different types of teaching aids. How do you teach numbers, madam? Anybody? Numbers. How do you teach number? Number. 1, 2, 3. Number. How do you teach generally? No. Generally you will write down on the board, ask them to read, this is 1, 2, 3, like that. Or any teaching aids you use, or any activity-based learning you use, teaching the number. Any example, whatever you are doing, you tell me. Blackboard. Right? Flashcards. Okay, flashcards. Flashcard number. Printed number. You are showing the printed number to the child. No, flashcard means printed number, na? Printed number to the child. This is 5. This is 5. He is seeing the shape of the 5. Shape of the 5. You are showing the shape of the 5 to the child. It is in the printed form. Teaching it is 5. Is it called activity based? 5 fingers. Okay. Then in the classroom, general, not going to for this SLD. Generally, activity based. Activity. What type of activity? Whether we'll use, sir said, we will show 5 fingers. Okay, that one, that activity. Then there are some rhymes to teach. There are some rhymes to teach numbers. That rhymes you can say, or ask them to stand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 children are standing in front of them. Ask them to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show some 5 objects. Ask them to count those objects. Some kind of activity so that it is very easy for them to learn. Otherwise, if you show the flashcard, 5, okay, he will understand based on the shape. He will understand the 5. But what is the value? What is that? What 5 means what? He should understand. Now, further we have to go. With the practical example, you have to go. This is how, this type of activity-based learning you have to use when you are doing this remedial teaching. Flashcard you can use. Peer tutoring. Peer tutoring means a student, one is doing well in the classroom. Make him his friend. You have to tell, is your friend is having some problem in his math or in his writing or in his reading, you have to sit with him and help him. Peer tutoring, and you have to monitor. Is it not possible? It's possible. Peer tutoring is possible. Teaching material. We should have a lot of teaching material. This remedial educator should have his or her own materials, different types of materials, charts, worksheet, picture cards, audio visual aids, manipulatives. Say, for example, somebody says that he is having problem in writing. Plasticine. You know plasticine? Plasticine, you don't know. Plasticine. Plastic clay. In those days, children used to play with the real clay. Nowadays, where you will go for clay? We cannot get the clay. We are all in the city. In the city, it is difficult. Only during Vinayagar Chaturthi, only we will get clay. Only the vendor will have the clay. We cannot get it. Yes, online. That is a plasticine. This plasticine is a plastic clay. It is available in all the stationery store. It is like a clay. What you will do with the clay? You can make some toys. You can use. You can manipulate. And they can, this type of clay you have to give. Otherwise, you are not able to get the clay. You can very well use maida. When you are preparing for parota, ask them to manipulate that. So this is how activity, we have to bring the activities. Audiovisual aids, yes. Conduct regular remedial session, not once in a while, every day. Individual format, small group, if it is possible, you can add, otherwise, no. Monitor, how to monitor? Academic progress, step by step. There itself, you have to give different types of evaluation. Behavioral improvement is there. And emotional adjustment, because now he started studying, so his emotional problem will get reduced. Modify strategies if necessary. Now, techniques for improving reading, writing and arithmetic skill, technique for improving reading skill. For example, they are given the method, teach relationship between letters and sounds. Letters are different, sounds are different. You understood, no? That is the reason why when you are teaching nowadays, you are using the phonetics sound. That we have to make them to understand. Because it is very, 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 very abstract. The child cannot understand. The SLD child cannot understand this abstract. Whereas normal child will understand. By way of practice, he will learn. This is very important. Example, B sounds B. How do you pronounce B? Ball. When you say ball, what is the sound? Ba. When you are reading that particular alphabet individually, the sound is different. For each and every letters you have to teach phonetics. Sight word training. What is this sight word? Teach frequently used words. What are the words frequently we are using? In, on, up, down, so many. What do you have to do? You have to display it. If it is possible, you display in the classroom. Or you tell to the parents, display in his study area, where he is sitting and studying, display. On daily basis, he has to see. On daily basis, he has to see the sight words. We have to give some kind of work to the child, work to the parents. Even you can give work to your peers. Ask them to prepare the sight words. Reading loud improves pronunciation. Ask him to read loudly. We have two methods. There are some students, they read very silently. Silent reading, what will happen? How do you know that whether the child is reading or not? You will be indulging in some fantasy. After opening the book, he will read. After some time, his concentration will be missing. Okay, so what you have to do? We have to make, especially this type of children, we have to make them to read loudly. Okay, then the fluency, pronunciation, by way of using this type of reading, which will improve their pronunciation, which will improve their fluency and confidence. Yes, I am able to read. Without reading loudly, it is very difficult for him to understand the pronunciation, how he will pronounce. When he is speaking, he has to pronounce that particular word. Guided reading, teacher assists students during reading practice. Teacher has to encourage him, giving a book, ask him to read. Let her sit with him. Use flashcards, no problem. Helps in word recognition and vocabulary building. Storytelling and picture reading. Because these children, they are having problem in language. Ask them to tell stories. So that they will tell. Try to tell. Encourage them to tell. Picture reading. Give pictures. Different types of picture. Make the student to tell stories from the pictures. Is it not possible? There are so many picture related stories. Pictures are there, you have to make the story out of that. Then, which will improve the comprehension. Comprehension means understanding. Let him use simple language. Even if he commits mistake, no problem. Let him commit mistake. You keep on encouraging him. Repeated reading, repeated practice improve fluency and repetition. I'll tell you one thing. The children without having learning disability, if he reads 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, he will remember. Whereas the child with learning disability, he has to read number of times. Number of times. Learning, over learning. Rehearsal. Many times you have to rehearse. Then only you will remember. Our brain is such. Just like that, we cannot take everything into our brain. Whatever information we are receiving from the environment, it will go to our short-term memory. It will remain, this information will remain in the short-term memory for a while. Afterwards, it will get erased. Once you practice continuously that particular thing, particular statement or particular song, you can remember. It will enter into long-term memory. It will remain forever. Simple example I'll tell you. You would have seen so many cinema. You would have heard a lot of music, cinema songs. But there are certain songs, even now, you can very well sing. Even you take our national anthem. If I ask somebody to sing national anthem, you can very well sing. But daily you are not practicing. But you would have practiced this when you are during your childhood period. But how many times? Many times. So many times. So many trial. So that is the reason why it has entered into your long-term memory, which will be permanent. So this is how we have to train the child. We have to push all this information slowly to the long-term memory. Letter formation, ask them to trace. See, there are some notebooks are available, exercise notebooks, in order to improve the handwriting. Tracing with the fingers, not with pen, not with pencil, trace. Or sand writing. Ask the child to write on the sand. You are able to understand sand writing. What is that? What? Sand. Not sandpaper. Sand, real sand. Take the child to any river beds, there is a sand or beach, ask him to write. Or if you want, you can set up that in the school itself, classroom itself, ask him to write. That comes under motor learning. Motor learning, never forget. Once you learn using your hands and legs, you never forget. That is called motor learning. Okay, once you learn how to do typing, you never forget. How to drive car, you never forget. How to ride a cycle, you never forget. Motor learning. This is called motor learning. Okay. Copywriting practice. Every day you have to give lot of exercises for writing. Sand writing, if you think through sand writing, his handwriting is improved, then slowly give pencil, pen, with grip. You have to add grip with a pencil or pen. Ask him to write. Fine motor activities, as I told you, clay modeling or clay. If real clay is available, you can use it, or plasticine. Ask him to use the plasticine in any form. He has to make some kind of manipulation with that particular clay. He can make some toys. Anyway, he can do like this, he can do like this. So which will improve his fine motor coordination, which is very important for his handwriting. Clay modeling, coloring, threading beads, improving his high hand coordination, fine motor coordination. Then take some small words, 2 letters words, 3 letters words. After reading, once he develops confidence, give some dictation. 5 words at a time, not 10 words or 20 words. Step by step. When he is developing confidence, yes, I can do 5 letters, 5 words without any difficulty. Yes. Then slowly you increase. Then you encourage him to construct small sentences. Use graphic organizers, help organize thoughts before writing. He has to understand what he has to write. Then arithmetic skills. These are the materials are going to help you in order to teach mathematics through remedial. Beads, blocks, coins, and abacus. Step by step teaching. Teach one mathematical concept at a time. Now start with addition. Once he thoroughly understood the addition also use some kind of aids, some object, say for example, ask him to count these beads, abacus board, so that he will understand okay, these are the 5 objects, or these are the 5 different colors, these are the 5 different shapes, and so on. Number games, ask them to do some number games which will increase their motivation. Repeated exercise, strengthen calculation skills. Then visual representation. Visually you have to show number lines, charts, diagrams, real life appreciation. Real life application, what he has to do? He has to do some kind of small purchase by way of using money so that we can check whether he has attained the money concept. Similarly, whether we have to teach time concept, time management, we have to check whether he is able to do that activity or not. Measurement, simple measurement, 100 grams, 50 grams, 200 grams, how to measure the length, how to measure the liquid. All these units you have to teach. Then behavioral management. This is a very big challenge. Teacher used to say, sir, that boy is very naughty. He is not able to sit, not able to, he is not making me to teach. He is not allowing me to teach. So these are all the real challenges, always disturbing other children. Behavioral problem. Even parents used to come to the clinic in order to check whether the child is having any behavioral issues or not. There are many behavioral issues. When normal children are having behavioral issues, but easily they can overcome the behavioral issues. Whereas the children with learning disability or any other disability, it persists. Peer motivation refers to technique used to change undesirable behavior. I am giving one small exercise. Listen, all of you. You try to listen my wording correctly. Listen my wordings, try to understand, then raise your hand. Okay? Tell me, I hope you are all physically healthy. Am I right? Physically you are all right. You are fit enough. Please raise your hand. Very good. All are physically fit. Very good. Good. Congratulations. The next question. Mentally fit. Mentally fit. Only very few people are raising their hand. Only very few people. Thank you. How can you say that you are physically fit? No. What is the evidence? Where is the evidence? You are telling, sir, I am physically fit. Any evidence? See, that gentleman is telling, sir, every day I am eating well, sleeping well, working well. What else? What type of evidence you are asking? Recently I have undergone mass health checkup. The doctor said everything is perfect. Go, don't worry. Correct? So that is the reason why you are believing that you are physically healthy. Right. Then second question. Mentally healthy. Very few people raise their hand. Any evidence? Where is the evidence? Sir, I am not biting others. So that is the reason. See, this madam is sitting next to me without having any fear. That itself is the evidence. Correct. That gentleman is sitting next to me. He is believing me. I will not harmful to him. That is the evidence. Is it so? Then what is the evidence? Is there any evidence? How can you say that mentally you are healthy? I am giving this example, madam. This madam, this question is for you and to this madam. This madam is believing you. That is the reason why she is sitting next to you. That means you are mentally healthy. Yes, madam? Yes or no? You are believing her, na? What does it mean? Don't take it otherwise. A simple example. What does it mean? Simple. Your behavior. Your behavior is accepted by others. You can very well say that you are mentally healthy. The moment your behavior is not accepted by others, you can say you are having some issues. Here, undesirable behavior. See, what is undesirable behavior? This behavior, particular behavior is not accepted by others. Not accepted by your friend, not accepted by teachers, not accepted by parents. Undesirable behavior. Otherwise, in different terms, maladaptive behavior or maximum extent abnormal behavior. Normal, abnormal. Normal means your behavior is being accepted by others. You are normal. The moment your behavior is not accepted by others, that is abnormal. Undesirable behavior. Encourage positive behavior using psychological principle. What you have to do? In the classroom, there are some children, their behavior is not accepted. Always he is shouting. Always he is sleeping. He is not writing. He is disturbing others. This type of behaviors are not accepted. So what you have to do? As a teacher, we have to change their behavior. We have to modify their behavior. Principles of behavior modification. Behavior can be learned and changed. As I told you, behavior, whatever behavior you have, all the behaviors are learned behavior. You have learned whether it is a good behavior or bad behavior. Similar way, you can unlearn the particular behavior. Reinforcement, strengthen behavior. What is reinforcement? Making the person to do that particular activity again and again by way of using some method. Reinforcing his behavior, strengthening. Reinforcement is nothing but strengthening. The boy is getting good marks. What the teacher is doing? Teacher is praising the child. Reinforcing. Make him to do that activity again and again. Ask him to make him to get good marks again and again by way of giving some gift, by way of giving some reward. Positive reinforcement. If you do like this, you will get this. If you do this particular activity, you will get some reward. Positive reinforcement. If you don't do like this, you will get some reward. If you don't do, doing, you will get reward. If you don't do, you should not watch TV while you are studying. Don't watch TV. You will get reward. Okay. This is how we have different types of reinforcement. Negative reinforcement, positive reinforcement. Punishment reduces undesirable behavior. Consistency is very important, always. Whenever the child does good things, what you have to do? We have to praise the child. We have different types of reinforcement. Primary, secondary, verbal reinforcement, very good. That itself is a positive reinforcement. The child is answering some question asked by the teacher. Teacher is telling, very good, which will motivate him, which will reinforce him to do that. Again, if the teacher asks, again I will give my answer. Positive reinforcement. Okay, so this is how in the classroom or when you are going for this learning disability children, you can use this. Say for example, pricing, stickers. We are putting some stars or star sticker we are giving or some kind of badge we are giving. These are all otherwise known as reinforcement. Extra playtime we are giving If you don't do all these things, or if you complete the homework, you will play cricket. Even at home, the mother can use. If you finish all your homework and complete everything, you are allowed to watch TV. Before completing the homework, you are not allowed to watch TV. Negative reinforcement. This is another important thing. When the child is having some disturbances, the child is telling, see, the fan is always making noise. The fan is always making noise while I am sleeping. Noise. I am not able to tolerate this noise. What you are doing? Okay, I will do, but only one condition. Every day you have to complete your homework. Don't procrastinate. Without homework, you should not go to school. If you do this for 1 month, I will remove the fan. You are removing the disturbed one from the child. That is called negative reinforcement. Like that, we have many activities you can do. Then another one is token economy. Especially when you are teaching to the SLD children, we can use a technique called token economy. Token economy is nothing but the small tokens, different types of colored tokens, red color, green color, you have to collect. And the moment he completed, you are giving some task. Task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4. The moment he has completed the task, you are giving green token, keep it. So every day he is completing 5 tasks, you are giving 5 tokens, 5 green tokens. Suppose he doesn't do, he has done only 4 tasks out of 5, you are putting 1 red token. Then at the end of the week, you have to see how many red tokens, how many green tokens he has accumulated. Subtract the red token from the green token, number of green tokens. You will have some tokens. What you can say, you can exchange this token, redeem. Sometimes we will get some information now from the bank. You have this point, or some shopping, some shops, they may say you are having some points, 300 points. You can come and for 300 points, we are giving 300 rupees rebate. You come and redeem it. Similar way, now the child has accumulated 50 tokens, 50 green tokens. You can say now the value of 50 token is 50 rupees. I am going to give you 50 rupees worth of toys or some eatables, chocolates, ice cream, whatever you want. Again, age appropriate. Age appropriate. For the adolescent children, you should not use this type of technique. We can go for another technique. That is called the contract technique. Contract between the father and son. Contract between the parents and the child. If I get, the parents are telling, if you get good marks in 10th standard, what I will give? 10th standard boy. I will get you chocolate. Cycle. I will get you cycle. Then he will be happy. He will work hard to get more marks also. Like that we have different techniques. Now let us go for some type of activities. Activity number 1. Please take down your white paper. Do you have white sheet with you? Any paper, notebook paper? You write down. Number 1. Or you can form a group also and do. No problem. But how do you make the group? How do you make the group? That we have to see. Or individually also you can do. Or those who are sitting in the front, first row, make it as a group. Second row, another group. Third row, another group. Like that also you form a group. First row, one group. Second row, another group. Third row, another group. Like that. Some number of groups you make. You write down what are the challenges you are facing when you are dealing with the children. those who are having these learning difficulties. Learning disability, after diagnosis, we have to use the terminology learning disability. Before that, they are having some challenges in the academic. That's why we used to call them as learning difficulties. Okay. What are the challenges? As a group you do. Individually if you do, it will take time. Group. The first row will be one group, second row will be another group, third row will be another group. Similarly, this side, left side and right side, form a group and do. Form a group. No, bro, I'll take it. Any difficult? Take all, no, I can. No, this side. You are able to understand. You have to divide among yourself as a group. This is one group. Group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, group number 1, group number 2, group number 3. Your experience. You can discuss with others also and write. Your experiences. What are your experiences while you are dealing with the children with learning difficulties? Forget about other disabilities. We are not going to discuss about other disabilities here. In the classroom, we are having these categories of children. What are the challenges? Please, understood? You are able to understand what I have told? Please, please, please. Please do it. Please do it. What are the challenges? Please write. Please write. Please write. Please write. Silent. Please. Talk less. Please reduce noise. Please reduce noise. See, I will give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes time. 5 minutes time. Around 3:40. You have to stop and we will discuss. Is it clearer, ka? Please reduce your noise. Talk less. You are writing your experience, that's all. As a teacher, what you have experiencing. பிரசாந்த், இந்த பென் டிரைவ் கொடுங்களேன். முடிச்சிங்கள? அதில் நெக்ஸ்ட் சைக்காலஜி ஆஃப் லேர்னிங். சைக்காலஜி ஆஃப் லேர்னிங் இது முடிஞ்சிச்சுல? சேவ் பண்ணிட்டீங்க? சரி. அதில் இப்போ இது முடிச்ச உடனே ஆஃப்டர் திஸ் டிஸ்கஷன் இந்த பிபிடி ஓப்பன் பண்ணணும். வீடியோ பிபிடி இல்லை அது இல்லை. சைக்காலஜி ஆஃப் லேர்னிங் அண்ட் இன்க்ளூசிவ் முடிச்ச உடனே நான் சொல்ல போது. ஓகே, எஸ், stop writing. Now let us discuss group 1. This side or this side? Left side. Come. Any one of you, please come. Please come. Any one of you. You are all teacher. Why you should feel shy? You are ready? Come. What you written? No problem. 1 point is enough. Okay. Yes. See, now this group has written. What they have written? Listen. Which one? Span of attention is less. It is their experience. Span of attention is less means max 1 minute la puriyano. See, okay, that is your understanding. Span of attention. See here, the span of attention is less means the child is having what type of disorder? Attention, ADD, attention deficit disorder. நீங்க சொல்றது இல்ல. Span of attention is less. That is not correct. The child is having problem in attention. Attention deficit disorder. He observed there are some children, they are having attention deficit disorder. This side. Hand and eye coordination. Example, what you have observed is not focusing on the line. What remedy you can give? Not able to hold the pen. Holding the pen like this. How to hold the pen? But these children, especially the SLD children, they used to hold the pen like this. They touch the tip. Generally we are touching here. That's why here, this portion is here, grip. But they, see, exactly like this. Like that, right. Okay, now what you can do? What remedy you will do? Eye-hand coordination is a problem, correct? Madam has observed the child correctly. It's eye-hand, eye. You are seeing and hand. Eye-hand coordination. What is eye-leg coordination? Is there another thing is there? Eye-leg coordination. Okay, walking on the line, okay, and then eye and leg. Pedaling the sewing machine. Eye, leg, hand. Eye, you are seeing, hand. Controlling and pedaling the sewing machine. Eye, leg, hand coordination. Now this child is having eye-hand coordination. How to improve? Sing the beads. Next. Plasticine. Clay. Give clay. Then. Okay, good. Another group. Same. Wait, this side. What? Left side boys, right side girls. Lack of homework. Not doing homework. Not doing homework. Why? What is the reason? No, what is the reason? He must be giving some reason, no? No. Listen, very important. Not doing the homework. The reason behind is, he is telling not understood. The child has not understood the concept. Laziness. Other. No time. Always sitting in front of the TV. Not interested to write. Single parent. See, is very going into very deep the family dynamics. Having single parent. May be true. It may be true. Very good. You have to see, as a teacher, listen, as a teacher, you have to understand the family dynamics. What is the family dynamic? Father, mother, what is their background? All these things. That is the family dynamic. That also, it influences the academic performance of the child. Good, very good, super. Madam?
Slowly, but sometimes what happens, sometimes I want to complete the portion and I want to see other students also. So slow learner also I want to see, but how to bring them, how to manage,
Yes,
that is
I
very
understand.
challenging.
I understand your concern. You are not having the time. That's your concern. Yes. There are some schools, they are having junior teachers to help the senior teachers. There will be 2 teachers in the class. Some teachers will take care of the regular students. Some teachers, they will take care of the children with this type of problem. That we will discuss. But you have to manage. Otherwise, 45 minutes per 45 minutes. You have to say, for example, 30 minutes. I will concentrate. 30 minutes. 30 minutes I will concentrate on the non-disabled children. 15 minutes I will concentrate the children, those who are having some challenges. Like that, you try to manage your time. Because their progress is also important to you.
So always
Thank you,
sleeping in
thank
the
you.
classroom. Always sleeping in the classroom.
Sleeping in the
Yes,
classroom.
because of midnight or 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. up to watching Instagram,
Which
Facebook.
standard?
All
Which standard?
ninth, nowadays 6th also.
6th standard child is watching TV or Instagram up to 2 a.m.
Now 6 month baby also watching mobile, sir.
Who is at fault?
Parent fault.
All the parents.
Parent.
Punish them.
Mother only, sir. Mother only feeding the food on the time, watching the mobile.
Correct. Mother is also joining. I'll also watch, you also watch. So, it should be controlled. That's what I told you. Poor parenting. They are not bothered. Whether he has written homework, or he is ready to go to school tomorrow, whether he has studied or not. Single parent? Both the parents. Good. Good, very nice interaction. Good. Madam, tell me.
Om Namah Shivaya. Sir,
Listen.
interested to give oral answers instead of writing. Even in exam, they feel very lazy to write. But
Okay,
they
good.
are.
Your observation is perfect.
Yeah,
Good.
they're coming up with oral answers, but not showing any seriousness even in exam. They just want to give oral, but feel very lazy to write. Taking 1 hour, 50 minutes, they feel lazy
It
to
is
write.
for all the subject or for particular subject?
No, when we are mostly all the subjects.
All the subjects.
When we go for exam duty,
Orally
examination
is
duty,
good,
yes,
writing
we
is
do
not
feel that.
interested. Orally is good.
Orally they are coming up
But-
with the
but we
answers.
have to- we have
but,
to-
they even say 40 minutes more, 30 minutes more. Just they are sitting but not writing. At last,
Means writing is slow or not
they
at
feel
all writing.
lazy to write,
Lazy
not
to write.
interested to write.
not interested to write, whether we have to see whether he is having this dysgraphia, we have to go for further diagnosis. Just like that. Or why he is not interested, or we have to make a peer interaction, make them to write, encourage him to write with the small words, write with the letters, small words, then make him to write a simple sentences like that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir? Mike, thank you. Who is going to give? Okay, good.
Always eating in the class, sir. Always eating in the class.
Eating?
Yeah, actually, around 1:30 we have lunchtime. So 2:15 again they're eating. Not only one. The entire class keeps on eating. Always eating. 12th standard. 12th standard. 1:30 we have lunchtime.
No, they are bringing different types of items to eat.
No. Actually, they used to bring snacks actually. So 1:30 we have lunch period. So around 2:15 they start again eating snacks. The entire class keeps on eating. If you have 30 students in the class, means they keeps eating, sir. And one more thing, they keep on playing with the pen. Pen. That's the one thing that keeps irritating a lot.
Okay, eating I will give answer. Eating I will give answer. There are some children, especially, listen, please listen all of you, especially during the adolescent period. This binge eating, it is a disorder. Eating disorder comes under eating disorder. Binge eating. They are eating unhealthy foods. It is not good for their health. And another thing, what you have to do, whether they have any kind of problem in their stomach. Endoscopy we have to do. Yeah. If you consult the gastroenterologist, he will say probably he must be having some problem. Endoscopy. That's what I'm telling. This is called behavioral problem, undesirable behavior, abnormal behavior, which is not accepted. It's not accepted by the teacher, not accepted by all the children, students. Only few children are doing. Their behavior is not desirable, for which we have to go for behavior modification technique. Okay? Yes. Yes, please.
Some students have a tendency to copy always.
Copy.
Anyhow, they have to get marks to prove that they are good in studies.
Arrange that.
Whatever we are doing also, they will anyhow try to copy. Even a strict supervisor cannot identify that they are copying. Anyhow, they will try to get good marks. What to do? That is, they have to keep a clean image over parents. Such kind of students.
Yeah. For which I will give you a very good answer. One of my patients, he was working in a private school. I am a practicing psychologist. One of my patients, he was working in a private school. Afterwards, he got job in a government school. Government aided state government school. So he thought, if I go there, I will get good salary. I will have pension benefit. Like that, he went there. He went and joined. He was a commerce teacher, MCom. Then he came one day. What happened? Sir, I am having lot of stress. Why? I am not able to control the students. Whereas in the previous school, I was controlling all the students. It was a private school. Whatever I say, the students used to obey. Nowadays, the children are telling, the students are telling, sir, your work is to teach, go. How to pass in the exam? We know. We know the techniques. Don't teach the techniques. Your work is only to teach. We know how to pass. This type of attitude. Adolescent, especially the adolescent group, they are fearless. They think they can do anything. The value, the virtues, the moral science is there in your curriculum, that you have to focus mainly. Cheating is not good. values you have to teach. Slowly they get. And you can use behavior modification also. Thank you, madam. This side.
Sir, I'm handling 11th and 12th.
Listen. Yeah.
So if I scold any one student for his mischievous things, naughty things,
Naughty.
others will laugh always.
Naturally.
Any remedy for that, sir? Is any remedy for that?
Mischievous. Exactly what is doing. Mischievous is a general term. Is mischievous. Exactly what he is doing. How he makes others to laugh. If you scold him, others will laugh at him. So improving the concentration and attention, reinforcement, positive reinforcement. Please use. Who is doing? Over. Next.
Sir, some students are hyperactive. They are not sitting in the same place. When I turn both sides, some students are changed their places.
Okay. Hyperactivity.
Hyperactive students.
Which standard?
Third standard.
Third standard.
Yes.
What you will do? What you will do? Tell me. What you will do? Punishment? Shall we give some punishment? No punishment. Then. Okay. You are monitoring them directly. Good. And you can give some kind of positive reinforcement saying that if you don't do like this, I will give you some. If you don't change your seat, I will give you a reward. Don't change your seat. That is the concern. No?
Om Namah Shivaya, sir.
Madam?
Om Namah Shivaya, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Some students will respond in the classroom. Some are react with teachers. Reacting in the, how to make the person to be responsive. Suppose I'm asking, get up. He will see like that. And he will take time to get up. Then again also. Then nowadays students are, if I give some suggestion or correction, even the punishment means not so many big things, something.
Correct.
Little bit stand outside 2 minutes also. They are calling, ma'am, send my friend also, we'll stand together and start like that. Even those days we have the pricking conscious. We should not get scolding from teacher like that. Nowadays they are enjoying the punishment. One who is doing naughtiness, one who is not listening in the class, one who is making everybody irritation, that person become role model for everybody. 7th, 6th and 7th. One who is not at all up to the point, there are all the boys are copying, that boy is a hero like that.
How is their academic performance?
Academic is not that much, sir.
See, I told you, no, the children, those who are having academic problem, they have simultaneously, they have all these behavioral problems. So we have to increase their academic by way of giving some kind of remedial
tool.
Involve their parents.
Namaskar.
This side.
They are
Listen. Please listen.
They are diverting classes to somewhere else. How we
Talking.
can say, no, not like that. If we discuss with the general points, they are actively participating. But when we started to take the class, they ask us to go to restroom, like that they are doing.
Yeah, madam, I understand. Yes, good point. Now, you have to follow their learning style. Once you try to use all the multi-sensory learning style, they will be happy. Always talking orally, some students, they will not be interested. So, change your teaching methodology. Yes.
Sir, actually we are coming from rural side.
Please listen. Listen. What are the challenges? Challenges of the teachers. These are all the challenges. We can do a lot of research.
We are coming from rural side, sir. Most of our students are rural side.
From rural background.
Yeah, they don't have educated parents actually. So does it relate to the learning disability? Like they will not be able to cope up to the mark with others.
Yes.
So like,
Yes,
how
yes.
do we proceed with
The
them?
probability is high.
Yeah.
Probability
Out
is
of,
high.
yeah, out
And
of
already
10
I told you,
students.
na, the family background,
Yes.
they're having, they may have some learning disability problem.
So what,
It may.
so what happens is, out of 10 students, 8 students will be like that only.
Yeah, good statistics.
So, even if one student keeps disturbing the class, the others, like what she said, the others start doing the same. And
They will become the role model.
yeah, and we will not be able to talk to the parents also regarding that.
Yeah,
So
they cannot
won't be-
understand all.
Yes. So
Yeah, I'll tell you, see, we have conducted one survey. We have taken some project, Survey Shiksha Abhiyan project, long back. We have conducted some survey, identification. How many students are comes under the learning disability category? Chengalpattu district, Chennai district, and Tiruvallur district. Chennai and adjacent district, we have collected the data from the government schools and the government aided schools. Surprisingly, we have 13% of the children, 13. There are 40 children in the class. Out of that 40, 13% of the children are having these learning disability issues. That is the reason why I am telling you, we have to conduct a lot of remedial classes. Make the parents also to understand. Parents they are all first generation school going students. They are having this type of challenges, I agree. But as much as possible, as a teacher, we have to help. Over. Yeah, tell me, what are your real
There are
concerns?
some students, they are
Challenges.
taking leave often and they are having incompletes. Then at last they are saying,
Why they are having very frequently, why they are absent?
Sir, yes, sir, because of some fear it may be. So they are taking leave often.
Parents, they know. Na?
Yes,
No,
yes, they are threatening the parent also. Yes, then taking leave also, some students. In my class, I had one boy like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, ma'am shared one incident, right? That he is not good in academics. But I noticed one boy, but he is good in academics, but he used to deviate others. But he learned. Then how I have
See,
to overcome
this is another challenge. There are some children, they are having giftedness. Giftedness means gifted children. They are also exceptional. Their IQ is very high. They may have IQ of 130, 135. Very smart. You would have seen. There are some, 1 or 2 students. They have some mischievous behavior. They think they know everything, more than the teacher. You don't know, I will know. I will write. I will solve this problem. You please keep quiet. They may say, yes. This also we have to see. Quickly.
Totally distracting the class by talking irrelevant topics or questions.
Behavior problem.
And if we cannot punish them or
No, you
do
need not
something,
punish.
we
Use
cannot
behavior modification technique, positive reinforcement.
And-
If you are keeping quiet, you will be rewarded. If you don't, you will be rewarded. Do, you will be rewarded. That is positive. And then one is don't do, you will be rewarded. For which also you can give reward. Don't do this type of activity. You will give, I will get you some reward.
And just to share, we said, we used to say, if you don't listen to or if you distract the class, keep on distracting the class, we will send you to principal room. We will make you
That is
sit
a
there.
punishment.
It's
Going
like
to the principal room is a punishment.
But just to threaten, and we know she's not there. So she's not there. When she comes, we will send you there. After some time, he came running. Ma'am, principal has come. You wanted to meet her. Come with us.
That's
He's
what,
calling
madam.
me.
Instead of that approach, if you say, if you don't do, you will get some reward. Definitely it will work. Try that one. Please, quickly.
If we ask any question in front of the classroom, the chorously they will say the answer. If I point out any person will come and say the answer at the stage, means they won't reply. They will getting a shiver, I don't know, man, and simply they went out.
See, there are some issues, they know answer or collectively they will be benefited
or they may have the fear to talk in front of them. That we have to see. Yes, anybody?
So whenever they find
Listen,
time,
listen, please listen. Madam.
whenever they find time, they start playing hand cricket without teachers'
playing?
knowledge. Hand cricket, playing hand
Okay.
cricket. Without teachers' knowledge, they used to play IPL and so many ICC cups. They'll
Acha, acha.
play.
But you have to keep on monitoring them. Without knowledge, how many students? No, that's why, madam, that is the reason why the first ranker thinks he knows everything. Teacher now only she is learning. I know everything. This is the attitude. Gifted children, difficult to deal with the gifted children. Quick.
Om Namah Shivaya, sir. I'm handling KG. In my class,
Please.
in my class, one student was very naughty. While I'm taking a class, she was ready to sleep or otherwise disturbing others. If I'm playing some video, means they're ready to dance. How can I manage? I don't know. But when he was ready to disturbing others, means I noted that, and then I asked him to sit near with me, and I am also dancing. You know, always we are both are dancing, and then
Ask him to sit alone so
okay,
that
sir.
you can reduce
Okay.
disturbing others. Really? This side? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, please.
A class 7 student, sir. So he, while doing his homework, mosquito has bit him. He killed the mosquito, and using the blood, he drew something in the classwork note with the mosquito's blood.
Which standard?
Class 7.
Separate him. Separate, actually ask him to sit next to you. Time out. This madam wants to say something. That's all.
Sir, in my class, one boy is there. He will write wrong, and after going home, he will tell that teacher wrote wrong, and I copied correctly from the board. And parents also supporting him only. So
What you will do? What you can do?
we took, sir, we just because he only wrote wrong, other children write correctly. So we showed the paper. That is not it, but he is like this.
His attitude is like this.
Attitude is like this.
Call him separately, find out if there is any problem in the family, try to understand the family dynamic, and try to help. All the parents also give counseling, try to collect some information from the parents.
We done it, but parents 100% supporting him only.
Yeah, that's what they are doing is wrong. Make them to understand. Okay. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much for your patience listening. Thank you very much. Good interaction.
Thank you, sir, for the effective session on the topic remedial teaching and behavioral management. Your valuable guidance helped us understand about the effective strategies to support diverse learners and create a positive, inclusive classroom environment. The practical ideas and thoughtful reflection shared will surely enrich our teaching practices and strengthen our approach towards student learning and behavior management. Thank you once again, sir, for your inspiring and meaningful session. Thank you, sir.